was all.
I sent you guys the music.
Why is he panicking all the time?
Oh, there it is.
All right. Welcome
Don't
back.
be bitch.
Today is the big fight that I might have overhyped. We'll see, because it seems like everyone else is really prepared besides the DM. But I do have some tricks up my sleeve.
I'm less prepared than you are.
Ben, we're in great shape.
Don't worry.
You know your objectives.
We were in the midst of a great battle. After convincing Jaqualdin to aid, you guys used his coordinate to travel within a week to YiYang on the northeastern part of the continent of Tool. This seems to be a massive turning point in the war right now, as this could be a make or break for each naval military. You initially saw maybe 100, 200 ships on the horizon coming in to finally decimate the Northern Navy and naval forces. Jarlax and them were once again meeting them in combat and basically in their last stand as they're fighting against the Cobalt Alliance. You joined the battle. Jaqualdin aiding, bringing his 3 ships here and started going off on a tangent. You guys blew up, I believe, a total of 7 ships so far. And
7 out of how many? Hundreds?
You can make more perception checks to try and get a better number. Toward the end, you saw what would be the equivalent of Davy Jones. You don't know exactly what he is yet, but some ghost pirate ship come out of the Borks and started fighting you all. You started fighting some part of the ship, part of the cruise, and then, wouldn't you know it, the Kraken came as you guys
Wouldn't you know it?
boarded the ship onto Jarlax, and it is now destroying and sinking Jarlax's ship right now. You guys are quite a ways from shore, so you have to figure out something to hopefully save your lives. The ship is being tilted right now, and I'm going to need everyone to make dex saving throws to see if anyone's going to slide towards the mouth of the Kraken. In the same breath, Jarlax is yelling to his comrades to signal a full retreat. We can't deal with a Kraken. It's going to destroy all of our ships. Everyone, back! You hear this bell in the background, the classic panic bell. You would go up and you hear like the ding, 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 just all throughout. And a flare goes up, a red one goes into the sky. And you can see all the ships starting to turn as the Cobalt forces are pushing further in. The Kraken is taking in the ship. And this is where we will start today's episode of Dungeons and Dungeons. No dragons. Absolutely no fucking dragons. Okay, so what's your dex saving throws?
18.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
17.
Okay, everyone saves.
Hooray!
Good for you guys. So the ship is slowly going in right now as all these tentacles are out and about. What do you all want to do? It's clearly about to sink. Or on its way to sink.
Are we in narrative mode right now?
We are still in narrative mode. We will re-roll for initiative if you guys want to directly start attacking the Kraken.
Okay.
So, what is the nearest floating object other than our current boat?
As you peer over the side, you can see multiple boats, potentially one soon to be coming by. You can see right now on their ship lifeboats, some of the small rowboats being thrown over and people pouring into them. You can see Gaestros pulling other Cobalt boats by. Some seem to be loaded with goblins inside there with little lights glowing on their chests. You can see other boats on there that seem to be pulling rocks of some sort to the shore. They're mobilizing forces over. There's a bigger box-like structure that's being carried by the Gaestros over to the shore right now, and you can see boats pulling in and Cobalt soldiers flooding out toward the shoreline at this very moment. So there's options. It looks like Jaqualdin ships are far in the distance, and they're going deeper around right now. They're trying to outflank some ships, and they're off fighting one of the western flanks of the fleet's engagement right now. So it does not appear like he'd be any help to you guys.
I am going to cast Polymorph
Okay.
on the Kraken.
Okay. Okay. It is not immune to it, so here we go.
Alright, so I think
Buy
I have
us
to
some
make
time.
a wisdom save of 17.
Wisdom save of 17. Kraken's pretty wise. So let's see.
Guppy.
Where's the metal die? Let's get the metal die. We're serious because it's Kraken.
What are you trying to turn it into?
Yeah.
I think just like a rat.
A rat.
You know, just a rat on a boat.
All right. As the Kraken is eating down this boat, oh god, its saving throw is gross. That's a natural 9, but its saving throw is plus 11 for a 20.
Ooh.
It was worth a shot.
It was.
Why is it so wise?
I probably for balancing purposes from Wizard of the Coast, I'm guessing. I would not
It's
have
very
guessed that.
old.
So as Belfina, Belfina takes her staff and magic shoots out towards the Kraken and hits its eyes, and you see its eyes go full black, and then it starts coming back in, and the pupils dilate back to what its normal look was, with these yellow glows on the side of them, seemingly having no effect, and you can hear the Davy Jones-looking character behind you going, "Oh, that won't work on him." It's still eating the boat. Anybody else want to try anything? Real quick, before you're gonna have to
How
make another
long-
dex saving throw.
No, I don't have enough time to help.
Okay. Everybody make a dex saving throw.
6.
Uh-oh.
Natural 20.
12.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
28.
All right, everybody but Belfina. Belfina, as you cast that, your focus was on the casting, and the ship lurches. As he hits it, he like lets it go, and the ship comes up, and then he, as it's like teeter-tottering back down, he pushes it hard, and you start slipping down the surface of the deck as many other people are going inside its mouth right now. You are where on the board?
Oh,
Oh,
pretty
no.
close.
Oh no! You are on the precipice of its teeth right now, hanging on, because you didn't completely fail that dex save. You are just like gripping onto the boat as it's starting to Titanic its way out of the water. You can see Jarlax
No metagaming.
looking over
Stop
to.
it.
Oh, I had her name last time.
You can't cheat. You can be helpful, but you can't cheat.
No cheating!
not
Don't be a
trying
Houston
to
Astros!
Stop.
Don't you dare!
I'm trying to cheat. It's hard to remember all the tools you have.
Oh my god. I can't believe I forgot her name. Sylvia? I think it was Sylvia. That sounds right to me.
Okay.
Jarlax looks over and is like, Sylvia, we must go. Given your distance, I'm pretty sure, yep, they're going to Dimension Door. So Jarlax and Sylvia are gone off the ship right now. He gives you a word of warning of saying, get to the shore as soon as possible. But definitely not helping you out too much.
How far is Belfina from me?
Not far at all, since you're at the very base of the deck that's being eaten. You're at the bottom there. I'd say she's about 15 feet away from you, teetering right before the Kraken's mouth.
I want to just rush over,
Okay.
grab her, and try to help move her up further with my own movement.
I'm gonna
Thanks, man.
say that's an athletics check. You got your dexterities twice in a row. You're doing great. So you're like sideways, working your way over on the deck. The water's pushing down, and you're now going over to grab Belfina and try and help her push her up a little higher. Maslo's dug his axe in. Bellona has taken her knife and like backstab to try and get balance while still holding a crossbow out.
It's a 14.
It's not
I'm gonna be using a dash to give me a total of 90 feet of movement. I gotta go pick up my pizza, but I got a 14 athletics.
Okay,
What's a pizza?
go get your pizza.
What's that? Do they have that?
Yes, of course they
Yeah.
have pizza.
They have
It's
onions.
bread and cheese. That ain't hard in this world. Are you kidding me? They did magic. They got
We're
white
starting a
phosphorus.
pizzeria.
It's invited. It was invented in Whitland.
No. As Ari goes over, he's able to grab onto Belfina and start helping her up. Gives her a little toss. Who's closest on the board to try and catch Belfina on this ship that is currently
Whoever's
sinking?
blue on the bottom.
Bologna, would you like to try
What
and
am I doing?
catch Belfina?
I guess.
Thanks.
That would be a sleight of hand checks.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah! She's tiny, she's easy to grab. And as you see Ari give you this look, as he tosses it up, you then put your hand crossbow on your belt, and you have this perfectly timed, grab her hand and up onto your back. And she has now got the advantage on any deck saves because she is on top of your back right now.
Oh, good. Because I need it.
The Krakens, then, as it's eaten a whole bunch of Jarlax's crewmates and some of the Ghost pirate ship crew as well, it comes back off and the ship comes up and starts teetering again. And you can tell it's coming up for another trying dunking of this ship. What are you all doing?
Everyone off! And I'm gonna run off get to the shore.
Towards what?
The shore is pretty far away at this point, too.
Is it? What's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last time we talked about it was just just under a mile away was the shore. So just straight up swimming, you can do that, but realistically, I'm not sure if you would rationalize that when it's on the horizon, basically.
Is there a lifeboat?
There are multitudes of boats passing by, and at this point, some of the bigger ships are starting to get within about 200 feet of the ship you're on right now.
Enemy ships or?
Enemy ships, yes, and retreating friendly ships.
Doesn't matter.
So it's both of those, and you have rowboats that have been tossed over. They're starting to get about 50 or 60 feet away from you guys right now. Planks of wood have been knocked off, so you can always try and land for a plank of wood. And some of the Gaestros pulling boats are within pretty close range right now, because those ones are trying to thread the needle to get to the shoreline. They deployed pretty far out, only because of some of the defenses that are set up inside the waters. As like before Jarlax left as well, his commands were to get to the shore. The rationale was it's too shallow for the Kraken to get to everyone, and there is a system in place for the ships to dock, where at least they can try and save the ships temporarily in their naval docking stations and keep them out of the reach of the Kraken.
I could try something.
It's better than dying.
Yeah. Do you guys want to make a?
I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
what do you got?
I'll pull out a bottle of wine that I'm pretty sure I have. Let me double check.
Sure.
Day drinking.
Now is not the time.
Nah, I got this. We're fine.
I'll pull out. I'll pull out just a from my water skin. I'll just pull the cork off the top.
Yep.
And I'll cast Water Walk on everyone.
Nice.
Yo! Beautiful. Okay. Bologna, as she has Belfina on her shoulders, one hand still balancing on the deck. As it's now leveled off, she can take the knife out. She pulls out her, what did you just call it?
Water skin.
Water skin? Okay.
Water skin, yeah.
Uncorks it, and like Avatar style, it starts coming out, and you see her eyes start focusing on it, a little blue flash, and little water drops go and hit onto each of the comrades, each and every one in the Phandlin crew here. And as it hits you, it's not like it's a gunshot. As it hits, it's this warm feeling. It seems like almost like a barrier travels all around your body and then settles around your feet with this little blue glow.
All right.
Should be able to walk on water now. Let's make our way ashore.
Let's walk.
All right.
Do it. I jump off.
You guys jump off the boat. It is a 20-foot drop at the very least, where you guys are being pushed down as the Kraken's coming back up. Give me deck saves or athletic checks, your preference, to see. Actually, just an athletic check. Just an athletic check.
Athletic
to see
check?
if you can land it properly without taking any damage.
That's an 11.
So you're good. You have advantage on yours because you're still on the shoulders of giants. 11, fine.
It's still an 11.
11, fine.
No, not.
14.
18.
Everyone's fine. Everyone landing like the hero landings onto the water as all the people start looking around you, them on the boats, and seeing you walking on water. You can see some of the northern forces just awestruck by this. You can see some of the ships coming by. The Cobalt soldiers on those rowboats being pulled in or rowing themselves are a little taken back, but then they all start knocking their arrows and looking at you guys and go, "Don't let any survivors get to the shore!"
I cast Control Water
Okay.
and use the Flood effect
Okay.
to create a 20-foot tall wave
Ooh.
to push back as many boats as I can.
Okay.
As many of the enemy boats as I can.
Okay.
And the rowboats with the archers as well.
The rowboats you're going to be able to hit just fine. You're going to hit those into the... Okay, cool. There is one friendly in there and 2 enemy in this line that you would be going to right now. So you may sink one of the very vulnerable friendly ships. They have a very limited...
They have a 75% chance
Okay.
of not capsizing.
Okay, so the wave goes off.
It is going to push them back, though.
You're going to push them back. So let's start doing percentage dice on the capsizing. You want to roll some?
Sure.
Roll percentage dice for... There are 3 small platoon boats.
So less than 25, they sink.
Less than 25 they sink. And then the big boats, I will roll for them.
How many do you want?
3, and then I have 3.
So 1 passes,
Okay.
2 passes,
Okay.
3 passes.
Okay. So as the wave comes up, all these arrows start going towards you guys, but Ulzal
You're shaking.
puts his hand
I
out,
don't know why I'm shaking.
brings up a wall of water,
It's just D&D,
Moses
Zach.
style from the Bible. Beautiful how this comes up. Actually, he parts the sea, but regardless, it comes up. And you just see all the water coming down. You can hear that waterfall effect and all those arrows that were just coming at all of those northern survivors and yourselves. A sigh of relief as all the arrows just... they're not penetrating a wall of water. This is terrific to save those lives. Let's look at the ships as the wave goes on. Saves. That was a friendly ship.
Hooray!
That was the first one. It's less than 25%, you said?
Yep.
66. Saves. 71. Everything saved.
That's fine.
Pools all
Still gets them away.
concentrating on top of the water as his friends are sprinting on top. Almost like it seems like you're running on ice, but walking on water instead. Takes a moment, helping people get away. How long does that last? Is it just an action?
10-minute concentration.
An hour.
10-minute concentration.
And,
Nice.
uh,
And yeah, I know water walking's an hour.
When I push them back,
Yeah.
I'm going to change the effect to create a vortex.
Okay. Is
Uh,
that possible?
Yep.
Okay.
The whirlpool effect, I can create a 5-foot square at the base of the water that creates a 50-foot vortex.
Okay.
That sucks in as many boats as I can.
I'm
It's
sorry
like a
for that.
300-foot range.
Okay.
Pizza
The
sounds
highest
incredible.
concentration of
the enemy
ships. I want to try
Okay.
and create a vortex.
You
around.
have all those like platoon boats on
Right.
one side of an enemy ship. In the middle is the friendly ship, and on the other side is an enemy ship. The 2 enemy ships were on each side of the friendly ship, taking it to town. So as it's retreating, they're trying to follow with it. You could place that down there, and it's how big is the distance? 300 feet?
The distance that I can deploy it is 300 feet.
Oh, from you. And how
From me,
big is it?
50-foot radius.
Oh, you'll be able to hit the platoon boats and just start trying to get the big boat, the
Alright.
Cobalt. You won't get the other ones
Do
because
that.
these ships are huge.
I don't know how you want to do athletics checks for boats.
There is a thing for that. So,
Okay.
Yeah, athletic boats.
uh,
Wow, that was so fast pizza getting. A+.
Well done.
yeah.
That was longer than it should have taken because the lady was a terrible driver and almost got stuck.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Well, that's what happens when you live in that place.
I'm
The
sorry.
place shall not be named. Yes. Anyway, Voldemort. Anyway, Fools all. You see, as you guys are still making your distance, walking on water right now, aiding some of the northern troops on their retreat, the wave comes down as you see the archers stopping and then trying to retool their arrows.
I think not.
Putting his hand out, he starts creating a vortex. Starts turning the water, and you can see each of the ships. Some of the Gaestros looking around, trying to figure out what's going on below them. And the vortex opens up beneath, and you can see the massive Cobalt Alliance ships start to shake a little bit. All these little boats start getting pulled in. A whole bunch on the other side just instantly go in. But now we're going to roll for them. These are athletics tricks, you said?
Let's see. Yep. Athletics check.
DC
against
what?
17.
All right. Natural 20 for the big ship. But the athletics for them would be just their strength modifier, right?
I guess so.
What'd you say it was?
17.
17. So one saves, and the other two do not. So,
Hooray!
Two of the
Platoon boats.
boats are being pulled in, and you can see Gaestro just starting to try and pull at the waters as he's getting sucked into this vortex. The bigger ship is shaking, and you can sail. It's going a little off course now. It's no longer having this wonderful parallel. It's starting to diverge. So it's actually cutting into where all the forces are now trying to retreat towards the shore and where everyone's running to. But you see these groups going in. That one ship with the goblins being pulled is still making its way to shore, but a whole unit, a platoon of Cobalt soldiers, go into the water in full armor, and you just see these capsizing. You can see the destruction of these of all the wood shattering everywhere, and soldiers just being sunk to the bottom in their armor right now and being torn apart by the vortex. The shouts of the individuals, screams of war are happening. You're starting to see some bodies coming back up and floating on the surface at this point in the war. It's starting to see the carnage really coming together. We lost Ryan.
Oh, no!
Ryan.
He's coming back. Okay,
Miss
good.
him.
All right, you guys are sprinting your way to the shore right now. Anything else you want to do?
No, sorry, Ryan just looks really angry.
How dare you? How dare you turn off on me?
Does his axe get less steamy as we're running, since he's not bloodying anyone currently?
Make a perception check.
I want to do a perception check too, just to kind of see what's going on.
Sure.
Because
Most certainly.
16.
I think should be pretty overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is, I think, a 13. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's like 21.
Oh, okay. So, you first. It seems the same. It does not seem to be settling down. Belfina, as you are on the shoulders of Bellona at this point right now, unless you want to dismount and run yourself.
No,
Okay.
she can keep carrying me.
You're
Got
seeing
a pocket druid.
multiple. That's funny. Multiple streaks of light going into the air. It seems to be their communication, as well as you can see lights using Morse code as they're flashing that to the ships, trying to tell them to retreat. You have all these red streaks in the air, and the smoke is carrying as it's being pushed out behind the city. It seems the wind is pulling in the Cobalt Alliance. The wind is actually against the Northern Fleet right now.
Heck.
You can see just all sorts of carnage happening, and with that 21 perception, you can even see making a turnabout, just like at the edges of your vision. Jaqualdin is in midst combat right now. You can see him firing off spells as another ship is engaged with him, and you can see a spellcasting duel going on between the two of them. Ballistas going into ships and drilling in. It's definitely became a center point, these three ships, and you can see like 6 or 7 ships turning towards Jaqualdin at this point.
Thanks for pulling aggro, bud.
Oh my god.
With that, the Kraken is getting deep into devouring the ship, and it's almost completely gone. It's now just the last third of the ship is going into its mouth.
It's really hoping the
I would
bottom
say
won't work.
there is probably 10 or 15 Cobalt ships coming into chasing what would be the remaining 35-ish northern ships that are coming back into shore. You can tell that these northern ships are going around. It would be your left side. It would be relative to what they see would be their east on the battle map from the top view. The ships are pulling around into this clockwork mechanism that as they get to shallow waters, they almost like a Disney ride hooks them in and starts pulling the ships out and about into this cave system that seems to be the castle's built upon. So that as that's cranking in, you can see just shouts back and forth. Looking in front of you, because you got a 21, you took in quite a bit here. You can see that a ship has definitely hit the shore, and you guys are gonna have to find a way to fight your way onto shore as Cobalt soldiers are flooding the shores of YiYang right now.
Flooding, you say?
Yes. And arrows are being rained down from the defenses of the north. And you can see as you guys are getting closer, like Gaestros just full of arrows falling to the ground.
Good.
Just gigantic creatures. And other ones pushing up and picking up boats and just getting hit with arrows with those boats as they're walking forward.
How far off the shore are we?
You guys are now probably, I'd say, within 500 feet now during all this. As you've been running and other people have been pulling their boats, being able to run and walk on water clears a lot of time. You guys are awfully athletic.
So, to help us get there a little bit quicker, I can redirect the flow of water.
Okay.
Create like a moving sidewalk almost, so that we can get there as fast as we can. And then when we get within range, I want to create a tidal wave that's going to sweep away and pull into the ocean as many of the Cobalt forces as I can.
Okay. Let's do that. As you start coming in close to the shorelines, what's your range? What's the
300 foot range,
300 foot range,
20 foot wave that sweeps down.
For how far?
I'm not
How far
sure.
can it go?
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So
Write-
it's
write
20
down the
feet
math.
tall.
Just don't play around. Just do the math.
It's 20 feet tall and it travels 300 feet.
No, 20. I can deploy at 300 feet from me. So
Okay.
like when we're within 300 feet of the shore, I want to try and sweep away as many as I can.
Okay.
So I'm speeding us up for the 200.
Yep.
And then when we're there, I'm gonna try and push. I'm gonna try and rip as many of them into the current as I can.
All right. I'll say you could probably try for like the shoreline's huge, so
Right.
I would say a beachfront you can attempt for. So that's going to be a flex save again.
Yeah, that's correct.
How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to do 2 rolls for the athletics check, 2 separate rolls for 2 separate groups of people, and both will be percentage dice depending on the pass-fail of how many survive and how many get pulled in.
Okay.
This is a percentage die. Where's my 10? There we go. All right. So what's the save?
17.
17. Well, that's. We're looking at
Fortunate for whom?
you.
Oh.
Athletics is +3, and I rolled 2 14s. So
Okay.
17, they both save, but we'll see. So 22% pulled in, and then I would say another 22%. So we'll say about 40% of the forces on one side
That's
get
awesome.
pulled in.
That's a lot of people.
So that's going to pull off into here, so we'll rearrange our cameras as we're coming through the shoreline now. I'm saying you guys are coming in this way from the boat. We can move the Kraken and stuff off scene for now. And it's going to come in and sweep through.
I love how those all looks. You turned out fantastic.
Thanks. I still got to do more with him, but it's nice. I'll say you guys can pull in, and the shoreline hits through here and crushes amount of forces as you all are starting to come in hot on the water this way. So we adjust the top cam as you guys are about to hit onto the shores of YiYang.
Anyone?
The Cobalt forces are all the blue guys, right?
Yes.
So bad guys are blue.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Ford's
don't-
on our team. We can't lose.
That's Calgary.
Oh, nice.
I used him for
Calgary.
keep up a little more.
Cast eyes. So good.
As you guys hit the shorelines, you just see both northern bodies, not as many, but loads of cobalt bodies just stuck in the shoreline, floating there on the ground. Some of them crying for clerics, yelling out to them. You can see parts of their bodies missing. It is quite gruesome, and you are definitely getting the feel of war here as they're being scattered about during this infiltration of YiYang. You guys are currently right there. What would you like to do?
I think our objective is to try and get to the line and help them hold it, right? Or do we want to try and find Jarlax. What do you guys think?
I think we should find Jarlax. I think he'll have a better understanding of the situation.
Okay, so
I
is there
agree.
any way we can... Did he say where he was going? He said he was going to the shore.
To the shore.
He said, "Get to the shore."
Do we see him?
Give me a perception check.
I want to look for him as well.
18.
18, sure. And then you?
19.
19. Okay. You guys actually can see Jarlax right now being pulled through a line of defense as he's trying to climb up, and you can see Sylvia trying to stop some of the attacks. You can see her trying to cast stuff, but arrows are getting through as they're getting pulled through right about into this area here. Could you hand me those two?
These two?
Yeah, give me those two for now. Those will work. As they're getting pulled up into here, as many of the other soldiers are now up there trying to defend Captain Jarlax. As behind you, you have now cleared some area as some northern forces retreating from his ship are pulling up to the shoreline as well. You guys can see the some of the Cobalt soldiers being led by a Goliath who is holding a quite a large sword over his head as he's walking towards one of the barriers as he's trying to hack that down. But then you see them start to clear the pathway as a gaze stroke comes up to the shore, and the boat just starts coming off with goblins, and all these little goblins start peering out and rushing into the shore. And you can see that Goliath telling all the Cobalt soldiers, "Back! Everybody back!" And they start pushing back.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and start shooting at gobbies.
Go for it.
Fucking goblins! Let's do it.
Are we going in?
Alright, that is a...
How far away are they?
From you guys, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 85 feet away.
All right, we'll use our crossbows.
I'm using a longbow
And I'm going
attack.
to say they have partial cover because there is an army in your way.
That is a 29 to hit.
Doesn't matter. All right. Ari, you pull back the string. You hear that wonderful tug of the bow. You're starting to get that smell of the salt water in your nostrils right now as it meets the beach
300
shoreline.
each, yeah.
Something that is a bit of a familiar smell, sort of playing at the back of your mind and taking you out of the moment for just a second. But then pulling you back, you release the arrow and it pulls off, and you see a goblin. Roll damage. You have sneak attack damage.
I what?
You should have sneak attack damage on this. They have no idea you're there. Then again, they're at war, so I guess they're expecting to be hit.
Well, I don't know.
But it's also coming from a blind
From a
angle.
flank?
If you
No
see
way.
Get
Yeah.
hit with an arrow, I would say that it is surprising.
It depends. Because if you're in combat, you expect to be dying.
Sure, but
No, you get your sneak attack. Go ahead. But I just know I
Yeah,
remember.
I was
Matt,
like, make a decision.
no, I said yes, but I'm just talking. Matt argued that point home many times in these
sure.
sessions.
Yeah.
Or just like, well, if you're in combat, how? I mean,
How surprising is it?
yeah.
I think the point is he didn't see that
20,
particular
23
I'll
piercing damage.
22. That
23.
23 goes through the first goblin and a second goblin, and you see them, and they drop to the ground, and there's still more going. You see about 30 of them.
Are we still within a water manipulating distance?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's 85 feet, so can you...
We mapped it out. It could be about a 300-foot distance for the wave to sweep.
300 feet distance for the wave to sweep? All right, you can give it another shot.
I will create a giant wall of water and try and pull as many of the Cobalt forces back as I can.
All right. They're going to be with advantage this time because they just saw their forces happen, and
Sure.
you see the Goliath go, dig in! There's a caster out there!
You can't see me.
Hi, I want to kill goblins too. Hi.
Yeah. I know you rolled initially, so go ahead.
I'm rolling with sharpshooter.
Okay.
If that wasn't already obvious.
Okay.
So the first one, I rolled a natural 17.
Okay. Are you shooting
So-
are you trying to get something specific?
way
Are you
is the
shooting at
knife?
anything on these goblins, or are you just shooting to kill the goblins?
Is there anything explosive?
Title.
Make an intelligence check.
Uh, 11.
They seem to be holding something glowing.
shooting at it.
Okay.
So the first one, I rolled a natural 17.
Okay.
So with sharpshooter and all the modifiers, I believe I have a plus 15 to hit.
Okay.
So, what is that, 32?
I feel like
Yeah.
Minus the sharpshooter?
Yeah.
Gross. Yeah, that hits.
Yep.
Gross. What's the damage on that?
I will tell you momentarily. It's gonna be 18 damage.
All right. Well, as all you start with the wave coming up, Bologna shoots an arrow through the
Bolt! It's a bolt!
shoots the arrow bolt through the through the shoreline as it's clearing past one of the goblins, just lining it up, almost like Saving Private Ryan style, with the bunkers and the MGs
Just-
right now,
Nice.
just across the field, right into the goblin's stone. You see it cracking. It's and you just one explosion, and you just see this chain start going off of.
Yes!
But it also carries forward as well from some of the front leading goblins, and there is an explosion goes
It's
out.
just.
You all give me a Constitution saving throw. To
Oh,
not,
shit.
To not go deaf.
I don't need to hear. Not important. I am.
Oh no.
I got it at 19.
I got a 7.
I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
Not great.
What? What?
Yeah.
All the people that are closer should probably have to make that save too.
Yep.
It's a 3. Motherfucker.
You are deafened for the next 5 minutes. Nat 20
5
for
minutes,
the Cobalt Forces. What? 16?
17 for Airy.
21.
We'll do 21.
Man, why do y'all get this save?
The B&B girls are deaf right now. What about you?
No, I'm
Okay.
not deaf.
Oh, you're not deaf. You saved. I
No.
misheard.
It's just me.
Okay. So it's Ulazal and Bellona. Do you have anything where you need to be able to heal in order to cast?
Here? No.
Here. I meant
Here?
I meant here.
Nah.
Okay. So that's just something
Alright.
to keep in mind.
Yep. Currently deaf.
You're deafened, and that'll be for the next 5 minutes. The shoreline has just been exploded outwards, and you can see the Cobalt forces feeling down. Now the wave is coming in. What was the save on that?
17.
17. They did save, but it's about a 10% this time of their forces start getting pulled away into the water. As you can hear, hold your positions! And you can see more boats getting closer and closer as they're filing in. Maybe 10 or so have now cleared the locking mechanism into the underground workings of YiYang.
Are these enemy boats?
Friendly ones are getting through. The enemy boats are coming closer, and you can tell they're filled to the brim with soldiers as they're coming. They're probably, I still say, about a mile or two out as the other ones are coming in and still fighting with some of the YiYang ships. All right. Bellona and Ulazal, you are just locked into your zone right now, and you hear this high-pitched ringing, but you're unaware that you're deaf at the moment, and you're just sort of locked into whatever you're doing. What are the other players doing at this point?
Ooh. Where on the map is the Goliath?
He is the white. He is actually Grog's miniature,
Oh, he's way over there. Okay,
but he
good.
is not Grog.
My plan was to,
Hashtag.
because there's that kind of diagonal towards that courtyard
Yeah.
with soldiers.
Yeah.
I just gonna run up to them
Sure.
I'll join him.
Go for it.
and just try to make a path for us to get through into the courtyard.
I'm swinging my axe like crazy.
Go for it.
Wait. Oh god. Can I make a perception check to see what the fuck is going on? Or at least understand that I'm deaf?
In a moment, because you're kind of locked
Thanks.
into that.
I'm an old man. I don't care. I'm deaf half the time anyway.
I mean,
You're coming in this way. Is that what you described to me? Both Ari and Mosnell coming in this way.
Yeah.
I'm just following
A
him.
little bit more from the perspective of the top screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the direction you're pointing from where we are now. So like, try and
Break their line.
yeah, just trying to make a path so that our group can get in.
Okay, so you're trying to come this way. Is this what you're looking to do? Schlieffen plan? What's going on?
Sure,
Okay.
that'll work.
Okay. So go ahead. Mosno, you roll up behind them. And you just start trying to carve into the Cobalt forces. Ari, you take your point, and if you're using your bow, firing away. If you're using your rapier or whatever.
I was gonna be using my dagger and short sword.
All right, so no, you're engaged. Cool. So both of you start rushing through. You're not rushing.
Did we see them go?
So
No, because you can't even hear. Like, normally your senses and your peripherals, you're focused on a spell right now, and as it's dissipating, Bologna's looking to try and find anything else to shoot.
Good targets.
As
Good targets
both
only.
northern and Cobalt forces are just been obliterated by those sappers right now. You see Drow with their armor missing and like half their torso crawling on the beaches right now and just bleeding out and not moving. You see all sorts of Cobalt Knights just trying, like, charred and just unmoving, just littered. So much metal and armor is all over the place and on the field. Shrapnel from the armor is even penetrated into other people's armor sets and even friendly forces. So even they kind of worked like nail bombs, basically, with that going off and then separating some of the cheaper armor sets of these soldiers.
So I want to cast Tidal Wave,
Okay.
which would be like a wall of water that would just crash down. I want it to hit like these guys.
Sure.
And so that is a dex of 17.
17. Okay. For those, I will roll just with the forces. One saves, one doesn't. For the split, and then I'm going to do percentage dice again.
I only needed one.
How many? 2% save on the good side. One there, so we'll say on the fail. On the fail, 71% of the forces are going to be tidal waved away. On the save, it's going to be 62% of the forces are saved. So, read me tidal wave.
Alrighty. You conjure up a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range. The area can be up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, and up to 10 feet tall. So I'm, 30 feet, I figure. As many people as I can hit here.
Absolutely.
And, 10 feet tall. And so they all make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 48 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't prone.
Okay.
The water then spreads out across the ground in all directions, extinguishing unprotected flames in its area within 30 feet of it, and then it vanishes.
Yo, so the comes up behind them, or Hana, you start focusing. Fuck you. Delphina, you start with your staff leading the wave, and you're like building it up behind them, and then finally bringing it down. As it comes up and crashes on them, go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty.
Do it.
I'm gonna do 2 at a time.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, nice.
Alright, so this is 15. And this is 20. 20 points of damage.
Wow. Okay. So
That's all 4d8. Just
yeah,
so.
yeah. So the wave crashes down, and as just the bludgeoning force of the waves just is hitting the soldiers into the rough, rocky surface of this beach side extremely hard, and as it just continues to fall, they have the wind knocked out of them from getting hit, and they're trying to breathe, and they're drowning. And many of these soldiers just go under without being able to breathe. Doing 20 points of damage, the ones that saved are not looking hot. This actually pushes through. I should roll for those forces. That gets extinguished. And you see in front of you guys as Ari and Mazno are fighting. I was about to use your real names. You're cutting into these, and you just see this tidal wave in front of you guys, and then just crushing all these forces in front of you. And it's just like this magnificent display of raw nature's power in front of you. So that's fantastic there. A lot of them are down. I got to roll for the northern forces.
Northern forces are strong. They'll be fine.
That's a natural 19.
Let's go.
So they take half damage. They're still
Easy.
getting hit hard, but you see them going back from it, and they get slammed into the walls, but try and keep their balance. And you can start hearing Northern forces saying, "Pull back! Pull back! Regroup!" And
What?
okay. They're pulling them back from.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, you great. You got me. So at that, as you see some of them running back, you can now make your intelligence check to try and see if you are deaf or not. What were your what were your attacks, Ari and Mosno?
So I rolled 1. Do we still have our momentum from before?
Yes, but you rolled a natural 1.
No.
Oh, I rolled
an 8. I rolled an 8, a natural 18, so that's a crit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait,
And I used Great Webmaster on it, so
Okay.
So it's dead.
Your homie's dead.
so it's dead. And the other one
Can't just assume that. Did you just assume
is
My
a
generic soldier's health.
the other one-
joke's on
the
you?
other
This
one
is actually the final boss.
the other one's a 25
What? 25 to hit or damage?
to hit.
Yeah. But
Okay.
So you start carving through the first one, and as you carve through the first one, you feel yourself, your veins pulse, and you feel your muscles grow a little larger. The blood axe swells, and you can see it just
Oh shit.
cut through on that critical, and this adrenaline rush is going right through you. As you come through to the next guy and you lay into him, you do how much damage? The axe is
much.
just heated up on each side as you just cleave through the first one.
We're gonna have to fight the barbarian after this is over.
Oh boy, where'd your soldier?
Can't wait.
That's 48 points of slashing damage.
What do you mean 48? What do you mean?
It was a crit.
Oh, the
What the
crit. The
fuck?
crit, he's gone. Yes. You right.
Yeah. That was the crit.
Yes. So now the next
The next guy. Okay.
Yeah, that guy's butter. Like, as you cut through him, his blood was like being burnt. It was like evaporating from the axe. It was being cauterized as he was
Nice.
cut in half.
That's horrifying. Oh my god.
That is horrifying.
They are starting to turn around and go, "Oh, behind us!"
That's 20 slashing and 6 necrotic.
Yikes! As you
It's just-
slash through that one, and you bring it down against the next one. As you cut through into this one, the blade doesn't as much carve through them like the previous. You see it go from that normal glowing orange. It now comes to this very bright purple edge to it. As it cuts into it, you come out and you see the Cobalt soldier just start like seizing, and as his body parts are convulsing, thank you, all over the place, he takes off his helmet and throws it down, and you can see a snake, but it looks like it's under its skin, going through his head and then coming up to his eyes and sticking it into his eyes. You now have a thrall at your service.
Dope!
What the fuck?
What?
Zombie.
What do I do with it?
Tell it to kill things.
Meat shield. I don't know.
meat shield. give me sneak attack.
So many options. I rolled a. Oh, what did I roll? I rolled a 17 for my intelligence to know that I'm deaf as fuck.
You're deaf right now, and you,
Yeah.
as you realize that, you turn to see Cobalt soldiers have gotten behind you and are attacking you at this very moment.
Wait, but I'm on our back.
Nice. You're slapping her on the head. Good call.
Okay,
And you're
good.
like, turn around. So make dex saving throws as Cobalt soldiers are swinging at you guys.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Do you want to know my rolls?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
My dex is +0. I know.
You have advantage.
Mine is
'cause you're on
+8.
Oh, phew.
fire. +8. That's nice.
Okay.
Yes.
So I got a 14.
25.
25. You're both all right with the Combined strength, you're Captain Dodge.
Captain Dodge.
I was looking for zombie throw. So I think I'm just going to use a stat block of a white right now for you.
That's fine.
He's got a white, just chilling. He's got a jogger, just chilling,
Dead people on.
but it's got skin.
Oh, wow. So that, if you look up the stat block of a white, but instead of 45 health points, it has 20. Yeah, please move the boat just off to the side.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow.
He chilled.
Okay.
Oh, question, because
Yeah.
I couldn't readily find it.
Yeah.
What is the crit threshold change to based on your successes? Because I'm at
So-
7 right now.
So at 5 successes, it's 17 to 20. At 10, it's 15 to 20.
Oh,
on the,
shit.
on the natural roll.
Wow, I should have had a crit earlier, but that's
Too
okay.
bad. I'm doing it again. It's
fine.
Valkyrie fights.
All right.
One blue guy's dead.
My
Yes.
attack.
Hunter, please.
Can you take that guy?
So my first one's my dagger.
Yep.
It's a 30 to hit.
No, I misses. Yeah, it hits. Yeah, it hits.
So that's gonna be 9 piercing damage to the first guy.
All right. With blazing speed, you feel adrenaline rushing through your body, but you can actually feel like your tattoos like pulsing through you right now, and they start to give off this glow as you feel this pull towards you. Of I am taking down the Cobalt Alliance right now. I am in it. And
How does this first guy look?
He looks okay. You stick the knife in. He's pretty not okay. He looks bad. But you take a knife and put it right into his neck and see him. Take that out, and he has his short sword on him as he drops his heavy crossbow, and he's trying just to retaliate towards you. He's going to try and take an attack.
Okay, then I'm also using my short sword to attack.
All right, you will get that attack off first. If you can kill him, his natural 20 will go to waste.
And that is I just hit my 5 threshold, so
Nice.
now I'm at and I rolled a 17.
That's a crit.
So it's a crit. I only do 2 piercing damage on my roll, but would this guy be technically considered engaged with Mosnell because Mosnell's next to me?
Yeah, and his white.
Okay, then I'm gonna pump sneak attack through this attack on him.
Sure, why not? I don't care. Double sneak attack die. I don't give a shit.
What is white? Cam.
He's your
WIGHT.
Yeah, Oh,
DBI.
gee.
That's an extra 20 slashing damage.
What
So
weapon did you use?
a total of 22 slashing damage from my offhand attack.
Ah, there it is.
Main hand, you taking the dagger, he turns around, he takes out his blade, he's putting it right towards your face. A nice parry with your offhand, flicks his sword to the side. You see the white coming in, distracting him at the last moment as it starts to bring down its sword, and you stab into his heart, and you see him, and the white takes off his head.
Jeez.
Nice.
We could use something for the white.
I had it marked.
Okay, cool. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Wonderful. All right. What else you guys doing? You guys are pushing through the line. You're starting to make progress, getting towards the northern forces. You can start seeing some of the northern archers up there and some of the spearmen pushing down, hitting kobolds, and they see the others. And Jarlax is turning and goes, "Is that I knew they'd make it? Make sure, cover them! They are special!"
Wow.
Can I try to take care of some of the soldiers that are behind me that just attacked us?
Yes. You guys both dodge out of the way. You're able to either take whatever you want out, your crossbow bolts.
I have my crossbows out.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
fine.
So you dodge backwards, you have both those out in your hands.
I will take 3 attacks.
Go for
I
it.
have 1 in each hand, bonus action attack, because I can do that with crossbow expert.
Nice.
So, and they're all with sharpshooter.
Yep.
And so to hit, we have.
What's your disadvantage
Hey.
range?
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't because of who you are.
Sure,
And
sure.
Yes.
and your stuff.
Because it's a
Sharpshooter.
crossbow expert.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay, just double checking. So cool. You're just backing up now, shooting
I'm
almost
just-
like Western revolver style.
Yep,
Just-
exactly.
You're on top. What do you want to do too? As you see Bologna backing up, shooting into these soldiers.
Which ones are you shooting at?
Ones that just attacked us, right in front of us.
Yes, so there's
ones that
two
you were
right
like,
in front of you guys, and there's another 2 right behind those 2. So there's like 4 coming at you guys right
Do I see?
now. You are still pretty fucking deaf, and you're putting the water away, and you're trying to turn around right now, but you're disoriented unless you want to make a check.
so I have a
Perception.
Perception?
Intelligence. See if you know why you're so disoriented.
Street intelligence is just a 10.
10. You're a little bit in the fog of war right now
Alright.
from that explosion.
Yeah.
So you're not immediately noticing your friends being under attack, but you're making sure you're not under attack. You're not letting anybody get close to you, and you can see the Goliath pointing right at you, and you can see a bunch of soldiers
Hey, have a wave, bud.
knocking their arrows towards you.
Throwing
So-
a wave at them.
All right, go ahead and get that going.
That's a strength save. Or,
so
Yes.
You do your
the
stuff
first
and then I'll
one
do my
is
stuff.
an 18, so that
18.
crits.
Okay, yeah. Crit. First arrow into the neck of one of the soldiers.
Yes. The second one is an 8 plus 15, which is 23.
Hits. That one pierces right through their armor. You get a sense that some of the armor here, it's cheaper than what you would expect of some of the
Okay.
nicer people that you fought, especially in the final stand of the North. It looks like economies of scale here. You know, if you want to have a big army, not all the armor is going to be nice. That shit's expensive.
And the last one's a 30 to hit.
No, that definitely doesn't hit. Yes, it hits. So roll your
Alright.
damage on the first 2, and then we'll see if that does enough to hurt them in order to see where the next arrow goes, if you're ending killing these soldiers.
So
Okay.
I think what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
is thunderclap.
Ooh.
give him the clap!
So that's a con save of 17.
Oh, wait, no.
Okay, and are you doing that in the center of them, behind them? How long's the range? Because you only had 4 running towards you, but there was still a group of them facing towards the northern front. So you could
Yeah.
place it to the back 2, and that's also going to hit the other guys that aren't facing you, that are unaware.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is I think I need to hit the people that are mostly unaware, or
Okay.
like might as well. Also, the people that are near me are already deaf.
Yeah,
So like, now's as good a time as any.
that's super fair. That is very good.
You know, like.
Yeah. All right.
So that is a con save of 17 for whoever.
All right. They all fail.
Nice.
16 would
Look
be
at
the
that.
highest save, so they all fail.
Alrighty, so
Go ahead
I
and roll
need.
damage.
I roll 3 d6s. I actually don't have any d6s.
What do you got, Valona, though, on your damages?
Hold on.
Mazno, how are you taking right now? Seeing this raised thrall, do you attack it?
Time.
And you don't quite understand what the fuck you're seeing.
It's just hard. Okay.
Who are you?
It just
So
staring back
the
at
first-
you with glowing purple eyes right now, and it's just actually glowing around the fangs inside its eyes.
Can I put together?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, no.
oh
We're not
god.
zombie buddies.
So
I
for
added 8 points of thunder damage to all the people that I just hit.
Okay, and then Valona.
the first one was a crit, and I rolled max damage. That's 12 plus. Does sharpshooter get doubled or no?
I thought it was plus 5 to damage, no? Or was that something?
It's plus 10. You take a minus 5 to your hit, and you add 10.
Okay.
To your damage roll.
No, sharpshooter would not get doubled.
Okay, so that's gonna be
Just
12 plus 10 plus 4. So
Dead.
what? 26.
Yes, dead.
Nice.
So that's the first one.
Yep.
The second
First
one
arrow
is
into the neck, you just whole momentum stops the body as it falls. Second arrow going into the chest.
18
18 hits.
damage.
Damage kills. As that goes, pierces the armor, he falls onto his knees down. As he falls down, almost in synchronous, boom, thunderclap happens behind. And you see all these soldiers with their helmets just tearing their helmets off, trying to hear right now. You actually can see on the shores, very similar tactics are being used across the way as you see spells being thrown out, similar thunderclaps, to a bunch of casters that are trying to counterspell it, and there seem to be flares going towards some casters on the far edge of the shore.
And the last one's a 12 damage.
12 damage? Alright, so the last one is still standing as it hits into the soldier, dents into the armor, but it doesn't pierce the armor and goes down, but you can tell it took a lot of that force through the armor. Probably cracked some ribs and did some serious damage. And you guys are
Excellent.
fighting your way through.
I've maxed my successes.
Coming from the other direction, so they're not really marked right now.
Nice.
Which ones?
Oh, never mind.
Which ones?
Pays to
You guys
hit
are
3
forward
times in one
here,
turn.
so we check, yeah, 3 forward here. These ones are fighting. I'd say these ones turned around. They're fighting their way up through here. You guys have made a mess of the opening shore party right now.
Haha, take
You,
that,
what's your
nerds.
tidal wave? What are you doing?
Strength save 17.
Strength save 17. They have advantage because they have seen this 3 times now.
Yep, that's fine. I'm mostly pulling the wave up and just pushing it and trying to like run in the direction that I think my friends are.
Yep. Well, they fucking failed.
Let's go, dude!
Have some low rolls with advantage.
We've seen this before. Oh my god!
yeah.
Oh god, it still hurts!
They all start getting pushed back. As they get pushed back onto the shoreline, does any damage or just push?
Well, it's like a riptide, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So, sorry. Taking another space. Yeah, it is a little bit of damage.
All right, so go ahead and roll that. See if that ends up
7 damage.
7 damage. Oh, that's some significant damage. And you can see the Goliath now as he's dug in, looking up at you. He starts making a beeline for you. He's sprinting towards Ulazal at this point.
So,
Oh,
when
boy.
the wave was up, I was hoping to take my movement.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So
where are you moving?
Wherever I see my friends are. So
All right, you turn
probably
around,
towards them.
and at this point, you're starting to realize, oh, they're way over there. You move over towards your friends. The Goliath is running toward and cutting down Northerners as he's running toward the group. So we're gonna get that 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Isn't that, wouldn't that be difficult terrain?
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Sure. This is all water.
Yeah.
So 10, 20, 30, 40. We'll go around 50.
I just see pieces knocked over everywhere.
Yeah.
We're just strong.
At this, I would say another shoreline has just hit of reinforcements.
Yeah, balls. They doing anything out there? Come on, guys. What you looking for?
Gaestro.
There's one over here.
Yeah, that's here's a boy. As he's pulling into the shoreline here, and he's bringing nice fresh battalion.
Hot, fresh battalion.
Kill it.
He's far away from me. I can't do anything about that right now.
I need more damage. I need more. I know what I'll
They're
do.
pushing up through there.
Those birds.
They were druids earlier that were dropping the
Oh,
fire.
okay, gotcha.
I'll do
Some
magic
will return,
weapon.
One of them died. They'll keep fighting in a good fight. So you guys are still there. All right, Ari Mosna, what are you doing?
I want to. Do I have vision? Because we're a little bit higher up. Do I have vision of that Goliath?
You'd have to make a perception check because you're engaged in combat right now to notice. He's noticed you guys, and he's making a beeline towards Ulazal.
19.
19? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think even in the fog of war, you're going to be able to see that.
Kill him, please.
I'm gonna take a quick look, notice
kill him
that
now.
he's starting to make his way towards our group.
Yeah,
I'm gonna reach back and grip the spider staff and hold my hand out
Yep.
and drop a 20-foot cube of webbing all over him.
Dope. All right, what's the save on that?
So the initial save is a dexterity saving throw of, I believe, what's the save?
Probably
Oh,
like
15.
Okay.
A 15, okay. Do you mean anything? Natural 15.
Ah, fuck.
Bummer.
But still, I'm gonna do it so that it's. How do I? Where's the closest one of my teammates to him? How far away are they?
It's either you or Belfina.
Delphina, I'd say you guys are probably pushed up right now. You guys are on the rocks, you're chasing Muslim them. It would be Belfina and Bologna are basically on the same shared space, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 rough terrain feet away-ish.
Oh, that's okay. So I'm gonna drop it so it's like he is. So from where he is, it's about 10 feet beyond him, coming from our direction. So it's gonna be centered right on him.
Sure.
He'll be dropped in direct center of it, 20-foot cube.
So we could probably lay this down with these guys. Drop directly on him, 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
So we could do like that all around him this way.
Much goop.
And it's 5 feet deep of sticky webbing that is difficult terrain and lightly obscuring.
How deep?
5 feet high.
Wow.
That's
Holy crap.
ridiculous.
That's so much web.
That is so much web.
It's a big, thick
I was like,
web.
did I hear that right?
Ari holds it
5
out his hand,
feet?
holding the staff. The webbing falls down. You can just see this Goliath. What in God's name is this? Starts cutting through it immediately, but slowing him down. So it's rough terrain for him there.
Yes.
All right,
It doesn't restrain him, but it's rough.
cool.
And anybody else in there has to make that dex save.
Okay. That's a fail.
15.
That's a fail. That's a fail.
Nice.
They're all
You're
restrained.
catching everybody in the webbing, so you can see him. Even with some of the people he waved on to try and aid him, they all seem to be stuck right now inside this
Idiots.
webbing.
Ha! God.
Okay.
Is it me and Bellona's turn now?
Yes. Sure.
So before Bellona does anything,
Yep.
I am going to take my turn,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast flame arrows,
Ooh.
which just means I like reach over and touch her quiver, and just all of the arrows are like fire arrows.
Nice.
Am I gonna notice that?
Yeah,
You can
like,
easily
I don't
notice that.
think you're on fire, but I'm like, wait a second, did I just set Bellona on fire? So I'm making sure that I didn't.
Does that
But
work?
No flame.
all of your arrows,
Are
you
now
know,
flame
are
arrows.
fire. Yeah, and they do an extra 1d6 of fire damage.
Nice.
Yum, yum, yum.
More damage.
You can hear inside your heart starts beating faster as when Belfina casts that. You're starting to get this like rhythm in your head. You start feeling
Oh,
this
yeah.
song of the hunt inside you right now, and it's starting to build as the forces are being dealt with. You can take your turn at this point as the forces are hitting those shorelines, and probably another 13 or 14 ships have come in. I got you. I might have lost my train of thought there for a second. You
I'll
stopped him.
just pat Belfina's leg. Like, thanks.
Oh, just so you know, it's 12 pieces of ammunition.
So 12 of
Okay.
them fire
12 of
arrows.
your arrows are fire.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So
It's
then-
longbow time.
Mazna, what are you doing?
So first of all, my intelligence roll was a 10.
Nice. You know you caused this.
Good.
Okay. Attack kobolds.
It just looks and you hear this horrible hiss. And it turns away and starts attacking into some of the kobolds near it.
Nice.
Huh, huh.
It is a... What's the hit? Oh yeah, well, natural 17. Oh wow. Oh no. So then a kobold has to do that. That's a fail. What did I do? Why did I
Getting
do
an
that?
army?
No. As the white stabs into him, you see the damage go into the kobold, and his skin just starts going pale, and you can see him like putting his hand up to the white, and the white, you can see like essence come out of him from the blade of this now deranged looking blade that's no longer a kobold sword. It's starting to curve and tilt and get twisted from whatever is going on.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Rowdy is gonna be so proud of me.
All right. With that, a bunch of spearmen come down from the north and they start stabbing to the kobolds. And they're going, "Follow us! Come up here! Come! Create a path for them!" And they start reaching you guys up onto past some of their barriers where they have all sorts of pikes to try and prevent people from breaking through. So you're pulled up into here by northern forces. Let's say you get pulled up. The white is probably still down here fighting.
Yeah, this will just stay.
Ari, you're gonna go up. You guys making your movement, so you guys going all the way up, seeing this most obviously. All right, and then you will reconvene with Jarlax at this point.
Sup, Charles?
As you guys see Jarlax, you also see Calgary starting to pull forces back in the background, and he just like you hear him going, regroup, casters incoming, and you see them all holding, and you see some sparks going down and starting to basically you know in World War II they would send flares up to try and see the battlefield at night, but they're basically tossing these flare objects to try and blind casters so they can't see, and that's part of some of the warfare tactics that they've been using right now. Okay, with that, you see Jarlax come up to each and every one of you at the group, and he goes, I'm so glad you all made it. I had a feeling if Destiny had anything to say, you would be here. Did you manage to contact the Storm Giants?
We did.
Are they coming?
I think so.
I don't know if they're coming, but they said if we made it here, the storm would be with us. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounded good.
Well, I'm not one for gods. They normally fuck off and do their own things, so that's alarming. Okay. You can see he's a little disheveled from hearing something like that there's not actual forces here yet. Right. Well, we need to try and take the beaches to the best of our ability, defend what we have. They are going to keep throwing it at us. We are quite horribly outnumbered, and we got to get rid of that Kraken at some point. That is going to sink our fleet without fail, and without our fleet, the North will fall. So that is a priority, is to keep the Northern fleet awake, alive. As he's looking around, he's trying to take in the surroundings. There's all sorts of fire is going on between soldiers. Arrows are being exchanged. Spells are being cast. He looks over to, what's her name? Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Thank you. I got it ready.
Good old Sylvie.
He puts his arm on her shoulder. I want you to let all the clerics know they need to keep an eye on this group. They have to be the key if we're going to live today. If they go down, your priority is them over other forces. And you see her taken back and doesn't even know who you guys are. Like, it's our only shot. Sylvia nods.
Doesn't even know who we are. Wow.
You guys messaged Brian. Remember?
Yep.
So there was a downtime that they could have communicated stuff. With that, though, you see Jarlax turning back, and as Gaestros are coming in, you see him go, oh, no. Everyone fire on that! And arrows start shooting off. You guys can start trying to shoot at a Gaestros. You see this giant stone tablet on its back. You see him walking toward the shoreline right now.
So
He's exactly there, yes.
how many people are there, too?
I mean, behind him, probably 30 or 40 Cobalt soldiers are coming in on a platoon behind him. Trying to lead the way as he's pushing as close as possible to the shoreline.
I'm gonna pull out my longbow and I'm gonna shoot one of those poison cursed arrows.
Oh, yeah! Nice!
So that's a longbow shot.
Kill it.
Do you have the damage on that? Did you write that down?
You never told us what the actual stats were. You just kind of
Said it.
it did a ridiculous amount.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I know what it is. I just wanted to make sure I didn't give you something else.
No, this is the one from the Assassins.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
It's not a crit, unfortunately.
Shucks.
How do you spell that guy's actual name? Gaestro?
Garistro, I think.
Is it
Galistro.
Garistr.
Q.
I think it's G-O.
X.
G-O.
9.
I don't have the thing on me.
G-O-R.
4. Y.
Thank you. Just so I could get the
You're
locked
welcome.
up.
I don't think I get sneak attack on him. I mean, he can't see me, but like,
If he's engaged.
it doesn't
No.
sound like he's engaged. It sounds
Everyone
like he's
is ranged. Everyone's shooting arrows at him right now. But there's no soldiers. The kobolds are keeping a path line on him as he has this giant tablet on his back as he's coming up toward the shoreline.
So that's just gonna be a base 12 piercing damage and whatever bullshit the curse is.
All right. As the arrow hits into him, and you see the the curse feel into the creature, it's going to do an additional 100 damage to it.
Oh!
So that's 112 damage to the Goyis.
I'm tolling the dead.
All right, what is that?
Wisdom save.
Okay. That's a natural 2.
That is gonna be an additional 15 damage. Or actually, the dice are different because he's already damaged. So that's 5, 14, 19 damage.
Okay.
Longbow City.
You got it.
I'm not gonna do any fancy poison arrows.
Okay.
We'll just do some normal. We'll make 2 attacks here.
Similar stat blocks up.
We
for
got
potential
2
creatures.
11s.
This is
So that's
really
26 to hit if I utilize the sharpshooter feature.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Am I still deaf?
No,
Cool.
it's wearing off now after you because talking with your boy Jarlax, you would have gotten a semblance to it.
Oh,
I gotta get
okay.
Jarlax's
Yeah,
stat.
we're all up there now.
Who are we fighting?
22 damage
He's got
and
something that he's gonna plant,
20 damage.
so we're trying to kill him.
Okay.
How much damage? 20 damage, you said?
Yes, so 42 damage total.
Okay.
Oh,
Just use your
nice.
Piercing. I don't know if that means anything.
At the moment,
Don't have any that really do damage.
he's starting to look rough.
Consistent damage is great.
And then the Northern Forces. Let's see how many attacks they hit on him as that's coming down.
All of them.
Three attacks. Will be an average of 45. It's starting to look rough. You just see arrows one after the poison one. It's getting hit by all sides, and you're getting this horrible groaning from it. It's coming to the shoreline, and it just smacks down this tablet onto the ground. Jarlick have a ranged attack? I believe he does.
Just gonna do something else.
Yeah, flying dagger. So he can do that. So he'll roll for that. That's a plus. What's it? Oh, yep, all those hit. It's a plus 11. So that'll be an additional 32 points. That guy Astro's looking rough as it's got it down, and as the tablet slams on the ground, it starts glowing around the runes. Just start going all around it, and you see on there 20 Cobalt Wolves, just soldiers appear.
Oh.
And as they start pouring into that left side,
I'm gonna
you see more
cast-
Northern Forces fighting.
I'm gonna cast Blade Barrier.
But it has
What does that do?
So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna touch my holy symbol and I'm gonna just drag my hand across, and like small slivers of light are gonna start radiating in a 100-foot line
Okay.
around here. That's 10 feet tall, or correction, it's 20 feet tall, 5 feet thick, and anybody who is in it or passes through it has to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
Take 6d10 slashing damage.
One of the spellcasters is going to try to counterspell you.
Okay.
They're doing it at 4th level.
They have to roll for it.
Okay. Natural 2.
Alright.
Doesn't work.
It goes.
Not even
The
close.
barrier goes up. One of the casters, as they try, they can just feel this pressure from a deity just push their counterspell away.
Damn right.
Go away.
Alright.
The Gaestro is picking up Cobalt soldiers and trying to toss them over the wall now at this point.
When it deploys, it's 48 damage.
48.
48 damage.
I'll go ahead and roll.
No, it's 48
It's
damage.
48 damage.
Yes.
Well, it just annihilates a whole bunch, and you'd call it on the tablet.
On the tab, if I can hit the Gaestro, that would be ideal.
Hit the Gaestro,
But I don't know.
but it has to be on it.
It's
What's the
5 feet thick,
Yep.
100 feet long,
Okay.
10 feet high.
Okay.
Or 20 feet high, sorry.
If you cast it on the Gaestro, the tablet's way in front of
Tablet's more important.
that. Okay, so you hit the tablet, and doing 48 damage, you crack the tablet, and the rune goes away. The soldiers are annihilated on it. That just got spawned into their death.
Oh.
They just burn radiant light as they just go into a
The
sunbeam.
slivers of light just twirl whenever somebody goes near it. It slashes clean through.
Oof. Oof. All right.
Damn.
And that stays there.
That's awkward.
Nice. But did any other concentration spells you have fall away?
Yeah, the control water.
Okay. I need.
I'm assuming our water walk's gone too.
Yes. Well, no, it's not an hour yet.
It's not a concentration either.
Oh, okay.
So we are going to have our casters from the north. Seeing that Gaestro, they're going to try and cast a couple firebolts at it.
I want to cast at it because
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna do a 5th level of Charm Monster.
Ooh.
So I actually have 2 targets to hit.
All right.
I'll just like pick a random little dude that's near him because they have to be within 30 feet of each other.
A monster though? Charm monster is different than charm
So
human.
Charm Monster is just like the upper level version of Charm Person.
So it can work against
I believe.
person.
Read it. I don't know.
Let me double check that for you, but I
It
believe
just
it's
says
just
a
like the
creature.
stronger version.
When you attempt to charm a creature.
Then sure, then it works.
Cool.
All right. So tell me what the save is.
Wisdom of 17.
Wisdom of 17 for the 2 of them.
Yep.
Gaestro is trying to save. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nice.
Natural 4 and 3, and it's a what save?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Plus. Nope. It's not gonna happen.
Alrighty.
All right. So you charm the Gaestro.
Cool.
Ow.
As he's being riddled with bullets.
It's friendly to you.
It is friendly to you. Nice. Anything else to your allies as well, or no? Just you?
If you and your... Oh, I'm sorry. It was supposed to have advantage because we're fighting it.
Natural 19.
Okay.
The other one got a 3 again, so he failed. So you have one Cobalt
friendly
soldier who is by the sides there and you're just like looking around.
What are we doing?
Okay.
What's up?
Am I the bad guy?
All right.
That's really funny.
Gaestro's looking real rough at this point.
What about the other casters? Did they get him?
They did 30 points of damage to him as the fires went off. Firebolts hitting them. They're trying to regroup. You see them
My
talking.
barrier, you wuss.
He's just tossing kobolds over the top now, so you want to play some of them. He's just throwing them toward the archers, and the kobolds are trying to put their spears into the archers. They're trying to fight. I guess I should see how that's going between the 2 of them. Northern guy goes down. Cobalt Wolf gets cut in half. Has a crit. Both go down. So it's starting to... The numbers are waning on that left flank on them. That's their eastern side. It is just starting to really overwhelm. Your wall is doing great at stopping, though. You've created chokehold, and the Goliath at this point has made his way probably through here. He's still a ways away from all of you. The white has been... Let's see, is it cut down yet? Nope.
Get him.
White has killed 2 more before it is finally slain.
Nice.
Oh, so hang on.
Yeah.
The white. 24. So a humanoid slain by, if he has a life drain thing.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, and if a human is slain by it, 24 hours later, a zombie. The humanoid rises as a zombie under the white's control, unless the humanoid is restored to life or the body is destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that'll come
cleaning
into
up the
play in a
battle.
day.
Well,
Well, the white's dead.
if it dies, then probably not.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. No. So, shattered, Jon Snow style. White goes away. Okay.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do at this point during this siege?
That was like a retro.
All right.
Just mess shit up.
Yeah, I guess I'll throw another Toll the Dead at him.
Okay, go for
Wisdom
it.
save.
Natural 2. Fucking Jesus.
I rolled low that time. It was only 8 damage.
I'm disappointed.
Damage. He's looking real rough.
Kill him!
How far away is it?
Very far. You can't melee him. And there's a giant wall blocking that as
Yeah,
well.
please don't go into that wall.
You can mark it with... take the flames off and start marking it there, because we're out of the webs.
Is it within... Wait, just tell me how far it is.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85 feet. So, it's up.
Ugh. I could throw a javelin at it, but I don't think I want to.
Take it. What do you got the risk? Go for it. There are barrels of javelins all around. For
Oh, there
sure.
are? So I don't
Free
even have to
javelins!
Absolutely.
Free javelins!
What about arrows?
Ugh.
Yes, there are arrows.
I'm just chucking them.
There are definitely arrows all around. Tons and tons
I'll
of
take
barrels.
two javelins.
Okay, go
and I'll
through.
throw.
I mean, these barrels, they're probably filled with about 30 a barrel after they've already shot maybe 50 or 60 from the people surrounding each of the barrels at this point.
Reckless.
Are they
Is
bundled or are
reckless-
they just?
The normal
Loose.
arrows.
Are they bundled or are they loose?
They're loose.
Lame. I'll
Ugh.
I know, right? I'll just fill my quiver with about, I don't know. I don't even know how many I could fit in there.
Okay.
Well, they are actively still using these barrels.
Oh.
Like, they're lined up, and they're taking them from these barrels next to them and shooting them off.
Alright. My first javelin's 11 to hit.
Doesn't it?
Never mind.
The second one is 15 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Aw.
So just javelins into the distance. Ugh. He's throwing it all hulked out right now. Ugh. And just going deep into the night. You see some of the people looking over. These are the people that were sent.
Excuse me?
I'd like to see you throw a javelin that far. Goddamn.
Calgary walks over. Worth a shot. Nope. Calgary off into the distance. Yeah, it's harder than it looks. All right. You're that okay, and you're not doing anything else like that. All right. I'd say at this point, the North will get their second round of arrows.
Get 'em.
One hit. How much damage would that be? Oh my god. He has one health. Okay.
Kill him, Hunter.
I'm going to say Belfina's turn. Soldier just sort of takes a sword as the Gaistro hits with the arrows and he falls to the ground. And just very slowly just does the like Markiplier, like just goes right in. Just goes in and out of the Gaistro as life leaves the Gaistro as it falls to the
That's
ground.
hilarious.
And as it falls, it's into your wall and falls on top of your wall. And
It's not like
it can't
a
push it
physical
down.
thing.
No? Alright. So
Yeah.
just in it being dissolved.
It's torn asunder
Yeah.
violently.
As there is a Gaistro splitting the wall, or being split by the wall, currently.
Take that, nerd.
You're dead, son!
I think for fairness sake, the Goliath probably should have had a lot more movement. Because if there's enough time for the deafness to go away, then
Sure. He's doing the movement, but he's also getting caught up on the shoreline.
I mean, yeah, he can't really. He doesn't have a lot of places to move.
Right, and also when you guys were pulled up, there's still barriers, so he's trying to work his way through all that. So I haven't
Yeah.
taken that into account, but you make a fair point. At this though, we should be bringing the Goliath back into the game. As he is making his way up, as more reinforcements are hitting the shorelines, probably about another 100 Cobalt soldiers are flooding the shores. They're trying to avoid the places that are now sunk underwater from the tidal wave a little bit, even though that's disappeared. There's webbing, there's all sorts of bits of fire, there's down Gaistros. They're rushing, and you can see the Goliath waving his arm forward. And the Kraken, you can see in the background, is taking northern ships and just ripping them down to the bottom of the sea. The ghost ship is floating above the water right now, and you can see what looks to be Jaqualdin ships. They're turning off because they're being surrounded, and they just zip away. They use the coordinate, and you see them disappear at the moment.
Damn.
At this, you guys definitely notice the sky. There is, because this is only like 4 in the afternoon at this point, it's like noticeably pitch black. Like people are lighting torches around, and you can hear thunderclaps in the sky.
Say that
Yes.
fantastic.
All right. With
The
that,
storm is here.
breaking through the line, you can see the Goliath is pushing up closer and closer, and I will say, as they're putting sieges, I believe the some of the sapper goblins on the ballistics, as they've gotten in range, are starting to shoot those off and just start impacting explosions into areas. So I'm going to clear this up. As they blow this to Kingdom Come, open this wide up on this side where you guys, some of you are. Make a deck save, just Mosnell and area at this point. Very good. To try and save from the explosion.
19.
Save.
And I got evasion.
11.
11. You're going to get knocked prone and take.
Did you take advantage on that dex save because you're a barbarian? Okay.
You suffer.
Bad rolls.
Yeah, it feels bad.
7 points of force damage
Okay.
and 14 points of fire damage. At this, the Goliath has hit the field, and I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Woo!
As he comes
I could
down,
use some healing.
Okay.
as he turns the corner, he sees you wielding
I got a natural 20
the axe
for a 22.
and you hear him utter, "My pride owns that axe. Nothing
I
will give
want
me
it."
more pleasure than to take it back."
Non-natural 20 for initiative.
All right. What do you got, Ozol?
22.
Okay, 22. Bologna?
13.
13. Okay. Ari?
19.
Okay. Belfino will be back in a moment. Jarlax. 24.
100.
Well, you were 22? Yep. Yeah, he rolled a natural 19.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah. Bologna's there. Kobolds. Fucking Jesus.
Good.
And our buddy. That's a. Okay. He goes he. And then we'll just figure out where Belfina goes when she gets back.
Those blue torches.
Yeah, aren't they neat? Alright. Top of the order is actually Jarlax. Go figure.
What a surprise.
Let's go.
Why do I roll high when it aids you guys? It's frustrating.
Justice.
Just.
Divine tears justice.
Yes. The world is balanced.
Okay, that's complicated. We're not doing that right now. Oh my god, this guy. We will do. Flying daggers. Dagger. So he has 3 attacks against the Goliath. And as he looks to all of you, just like, well, I guess it's time for us to write our story in combat together. That's a 30, 22,
Okay.
and a 19.
Okay, Jarlax.
Where is your AC, my guy? Yep, all those hit. So that will be 24 points of slashing damage. All right. There we go. Cool. So let's go into him. And then he's going to take his movement back a little bit. As he looks over at Calgary and some of the other casters, and he goes, "Make sure the eastern flank doesn't fall!" And they start moving towards that way as these push forward. It is now Ulazal's turn.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on the Goliath.
All right.
Wisdom save, please.
Okay.
You have to roll initiative, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Eight
8.
is my initiative.
Gotcha. Hey. Advantage. Natural 20. Oh, thank God for that fucking advantage.
Ah!
That sucks. Alright.
Sweating me. Sweating me.
Alright. Well. Where do I want to be here? I'm gonna move so that I am close to
Okay. Sure. You can see some of the trees now as you guys are getting closer, and like the trebuchets on top of some of the ships in the far distance are now rocketing rocks toward you guys, and fire arrows are coming. Some of the trees are actually catching fire and starting to give this glimmer. Even though it's midday, it's dark because of the storm cloud around you guys, but all these flames that are being lit up in torches start to cast this like night atmosphere.
That's all I can do right now.
Okay. It is now his turn. He is already in a rage, and he is going to run towards Maz now, and
Yep.
he is going to attack Maz now.
Yep.
He is going
Classic.
to multi-attack you. It's okay, Maz. No, you have the high
I'm
ground.
glad my health is so low right now.
You have the high ground. You're fine.
Can he do?
It's over.
He's gonna do. What's his? Okay, yeah. So that is 24 to hit.
Yep.
21,
Oh, yeah.
21 to hit rather, and 20 to hit.
Yep.
All right. So then we're gonna do these guys.
R.I.P.
Um, 24 points of slashing damage.
Ooh boy. Okay.
25 points of slashing damage. And he's going to action surge.
Oh God.
He's going to
Yep.
take 2 more attacks against you.
Yeah, he is.
I need healing.
That
I can't
is
help you.
25 and 22 to hit.
Yeah.
23 points of slashing.
Mm-hmm.
23 points of slashing.
Whew.
Are you up?
Jesus.
How much HP do you have that you were
It's all
concerned?
slashing that it's
Oh,
at.
okay, but
So-
still.
It was all out.
Whoa.
As you see, he comes in, you're parrying shots with the axe. You see him, "Nyah!" and he's just hitting you with just like the force of it. And then finally, as you go like to reach down your axe to parry it, he just grabs the axe and he just starts laying into you one-handed with the axe. And he just like,
fuck.
"My pride will not be dishonored by you!" And trying to rip the axe out of your hand. Give me a strength contest to see if he rips the axe out of your hand.
Who are these assholes?
Okay.
Where am I at?
Strength. Yes. All right. Strength.
We're
Yes.
still doing some. Oh, right behind
That
me.
is a 23.
Oh, natural 17 +7 modifier 24.
Oh no!
He rips the axe out of your hands, and he's wielding both axes right now.
Oh, that seems fair.
That
Alright.
ends his turn. Mazdo, it's your turn. Go figure.
Can I do something before Maznell's turn?
No, because of initiative order.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
No.
Yeah, we're out of narrative combat, so that's fair. But not now.
That's what you get for pooping.
Mazdo, what do you want to do? You just lost your weapon.
Wow. That's trash.
I'm gonna attempt to grapple him.
Go for it. With that, it's a strength contest, not a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
All right,
So
22.
it's athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, that's right. It's athletics. So, oh shit, that's 26.
16.
Nice.
16. As he takes the 2 axes out, you're trying to grapple him, so like you come and like spear and grab him type of deal?
Yeah.
Or you just grab onto him and you see him. Okay.
I'm trying to like pin his arms to his sides.
Okay,
like
sure.
grab high and pin his arms to his sides.
Sure, he's struggling right now, and you just see these massive chested person, massive biceps. I mean, this dude is taller, probably around your height, actually, for Goliath. You're like 6 what?
7.
You're 6'7". Goliaths are typically around 7 foot, aren't they? 7, 8 feet? Because you're
Description.
like giant relative.
I'm 6'8".
You're 6'8". Oh, you're right around him. So he's hardly a few inches taller than you. It's like Undertaker looking to the Great Khali back in the day.
Okay.
They're just tall fucking people. All right. So you got him grappled right now. Anything
All
else?
right.
I'm pretty sure you can't do anything else. By the way.
I'll do a Storm Aura to get 4 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Good call.
And anyone who's close to me also gets, it's 10 feet.
That's
If any
me.
allies within 10 feet also get 4 temporary hit points.
Bologna gets it too. And Airy.
Do
So
I have
anyone
Wait,
any-
what?
within 10.
Ulazal,
I'm that
Airy, Ulazal, Airy, and Bologna get temporary HP.
4.
How
4.
much? 5? 4?
4.
Airy, you go next. Bologna on deck. So go ahead, Airy.
Neo burrito.
All right. So I have a question.
Yes, please.
For administering a potion to someone else,
Yes.
would you consider that its own action
Yes.
or the use an item action?
I consider that an action. Bonus action to take it yourself, an action to help somebody else drink it.
But not the use an item action.
No.
Okay. Never mind
Why
then.
not? It's using an item.
I mean, does it count as a single action?
Well,
So using an item is considered as a single action to take place of like attack or something. However,
Yes. Oh, no,
I'm
then, yeah,
ask-
sure. Certainly. Yes.
I ask specifically because as a thief rogue, I have the fast hands trait, which means I can use my bonus action to use a cunning action for sleight of hand checks, thieves' tools, or to use an item.
I will say for your intelligence of the game, you should be rewarded, and you can do that as a bonus action.
Hey!
Well done.
That's a
You're smart.
That's a rational train of thought, and that sounds fine to me for the rules. In the situation, as your friend is teetering on death, you should be rewarded and trying to save him.
So I am gonna take my potion of greater healing and throw it down Mosnell's gullet with my bonus action.
As he's grappling him, you come over and you're just like,
Go, 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 go.
put it in, he's like, and you see the Goliath like, what in the hells?
Holy shit! That was a lucky roll.
Nice.
You get a full 20 HP.
Hey,
You get the
alright.
max
He's a
greater
better healer
heal.
than I am.
20.
Yeah, total of 20.
Alright.
And that
Better.
gets rid of my
Not
potion.
great, but better.
And then I'm gonna get to the other side of the Goliath so that I'm perpendicular, or I'm directly across from Mosnell.
Yeah, so you're flanking.
And I'm gonna use my action.
There are a lot of guys there.
There are. There's 4 behind him that get to go soon. FYI.
I will deal with it.
Cool.
I'm gonna take my dagger and I'm gonna jab him in the back.
Do it.
Do I get advantage for flanking?
Yes.
Such a rogue.
So that is gonna be Jesus Christ. With my momentum, that is a 34 to hit.
Yeah, I think it hits.
And
You know, I probably have it. I just found I'm looking for something, but I just found the note, quote unquote, to you in this beautiful cursive, and it starts with fuck face.
yep. Yep. So that is gonna be 19 piercing damage to the Goliath.
Okay. You can tell it's not doing as much damage as you normally does. That his skin is very tough, and you can tell there's some aura around it.
It's something.
It is. It's definitely better than nothing. Let's see. Look at that shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
And that's my turn.
Oh no, is it really not on this computer? Cool. All right, so now it is Bellona's turn. If Ares wrapped up everything there.
Very cool. To start, as a bonus action, I will cast Sanctuary on Osnell.
Nice.
Nice.
And I'll move back a bit, some distance here.
Am I still on Bellona's back?
No.
I
I
don't
got down.
believe you are.
Okay.
How far back?
I mean, you still can be if you want. I don't care. You're not really affecting anything that I do.
I know, it's
You're
kinda
like
great.
you're like
I mean, you can
maybe
be
30
on,
pounds.
honestly.
Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Then sure, I'm on Bellona's back still.
Mounted combat. Yeah.
Taking the Cavalier class. Ride your friends.
Yes. And then I'll take out my longbow and just take out some of the ads there behind the big boss man.
All right, go for it.
Well, like, Bellona probably has a better walking speed than I do anyway, so... yeah, exactly. I'm
do.
only getting benefits from this.
I just gave myself a super
You gonna live?
So we got
Obviously.
a what is this to hit? 24 to hit, and then we got a crit because I rolled an 18. So
Does that hit?
18, just this class.
I said the 18 was a crit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be. Ew. I rolled a 1 on my damage die for my crit. Thank you. Alright, cool. So that's gonna be. The first hit's gonna be 16 damage. And the second one's gonna be 22 damage. Oh, I forgot to roll the fire arrow things. So it's gonna be 17 on the first one, so 16 piercing, 1 fire. And then the second one's gonna be 22 piercing and 5 fire.
So it's 27 total for the second.
Yes,
So, I'm just trying to get something. So
that's okay.
you did 22 to one and 17 to the other?
Incorrect. 17 to 1 and 27 to the other.
Oh, one looks really fucked up. The other looks harmed as you as your
Harmed.
arrows go whizzing past the grappled Goliath. At this point, you see these two heavy crossbowmen get shot into. All right. Okay, so
And
I
I'll
gotta
just-
take a break because I'm bleeding really hard.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
paper cut. So can we take a quick break?
Sure.
That's fine.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back.
Go get a band-aid.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, we're continuing. We are in the midst of combat. It was Bellona's turn. She just finished the damage. It is now the Cobalt soldiers' turns.
Yep.
The two that she damaged, they're gonna shoot back at her. Where is she? Oh, you got a view. Look at you hiding over there.
Partial cover because of tree.
They will move so they can not have that problem. So he will go 5-10 this way, 5-10 this way, going onto the streets.
They in the streets now.
And they're going to roll against you. Natural 20, 24 to hit for the other one as well. So one automatically hits, 24.
Dodge.
Yep. No, that hits you then. Okay.
Wait, who are we talking about?
A Bologna.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
That's going to be 26 plus 32 points on the crit of piercing damage.
Owie, owie.
How do they do more damage than I do on a crit? That makes sense.
They have a really, really gross weapon.
I'd like it. Holy shit.
That was the heavy crossbow.
Oh.
The normal attack was 14 points of piercing damage from the normal arrow.
Wow. That is so hell. Wow.
You're the guys guarding the big boss. What do you want from me? God. Harry, 2 attacks against you. Well, 2 attacks from each person. They take out their swords and they're gonna try murdering you. Actually, they would have spears, so no, they're taking ranged attacks. So no.
So they have reach.
Yes, they do. So they're gonna do that. They're just gonna start going pokey with you.
They're doing the hokey.
So here's the first
Poke.
two against you. Fucking jeez. 12 and 18.
18
Wow.
hits.
Okay. Swoop. That is 14 points piercing.
Okay.
Then the next guy, natural 1 and a 22.
22 hits.
Okay, and then that is a 9 piercing.
9. That's it. Wow.
I
debated
maxed
the
out
area.
against you on almost every
Yep.
roll. And
Yep.
you had a crit. What do you want from
I
me?
will use my reaction to uncanny dodge, so that would be 4, right?
Alright, stop cheating. Stop cheating,
Stop
little bitch.
cheating.
Delphina, do what you want. You can do whatever you want.
Stop cheating.
This is your
Stop
world.
cheating. My word. So I'm gonna heal Mosnall.
Go for it.
Cool. I already rolled the first one because I didn't know I had to wait. So he got 13 points of healing from the first one.
Nice. There you go, Mazno. 13 points of healing.
And then you actually get 3 temp HP so far. And then I'm gonna do it again.
3 temp HP doesn't hit him because he already has 4 temp HP. Temp HP doesn't add onto each other. It only replaces temp HP if it's greater. I believe. Was the rule.
Yes.
He's gonna get 6 from me.
6 total.
Temp.
Yeah.
Then I will replace your 4. Would be then the 6.
Yep. And he gets 11 more from me as well.
There you go. So Mosnell's starting to look a little better here.
I don't know.
Yes, thank you. I look much better.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Just that.
At the end of the round, you see one of the clouds in the far distance out in the ocean start to part a little bit. You see the daylight of the sun coming down, and at that, the water starts to boil. And from out underneath the water, you see this large humanoid-looking creature emerge from the waters, and you recognize one of the storm giants.
Yes!
As it comes in, wielding this large Poseidon-like Triton as it comes out from the
Oh
vent.
shit.
Yeah.
That's in the deep back of what's going on right now. The beach is now getting overwhelmed at this point. Most of the ships that they got back got back. So in the range of about 25 ships got back. They lost about 15 to the Kraken and everything that's been going down. Cobalt's lost a few more ships. Right now,
It's probably not.
and the shores are now uncontested, and they're just soldiers pouring in. One of the larger boxes I described earlier are opening, and you can actually see cavalry coming into the shorelines. And they are making their way, trying to push through on that east side. The cavalry himself, the person, is trying to defend at Jarlax's command. The druids are shape-shifting their forms. What is it called? It's not shape-shifting.
Wild
Shaping, thank you. Their way and trying to impact that with giant eagle forms and other such things. But it is starting to get real dicey real quick. It seems like tides are pushing hard in both directions. Top of the order is Captain Lax's turn.
Get him, Jarlax.
Jarlax sees the injured bowman, and he's going to try and take those out that did so much damage to Belfina. He's going to toss his knife.
Oh, Belfina's fucking fine.
Bellona is what I meant.
That's right.
All those hit. Those are all over 20. He's gross. So then, the first one, knife goes into one. The first one that Bellona hit, he's doing okay. Not so hot. You can see blood starting to be trickling through the armor.
Yeesh.
The other one just crushes in. The front of the helmet just cracks in as the knife goes into his head, and he falls dead. That's one down.
Got him.
And then one in the far distance. No, that one's live. That one's dead, sure. That's engaging with Airy. Jarlax gets sneak attack. I forgot.
So the first one's probably dead.
No. He's not engaged with anybody in the first one. But this one's
Also,
engaged
sneak
with him.
attack can only apply once.
There you go. So this probably makes more sense. Oh, gross. Oh, that guy's
It's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Yep.
So which one?
Spear guy.
Wow. Oh, he's gross. He can do that once a turn. That's gross. He can just decide. Gross. All right, whatever. So that knife goes through, and as this guy's clearly looking at Airy, just right through the side, just into the helmet. You catch a glimpse of it, Airy, and then the knife disappears as he falls to the ground. Okay. Ulzal, your turn.
Okay.
Hey, you did a shit ton of damage to get them low anyway.
What did he roll last time on his wisdom?
Yep.
save?
I don't know. You should keep track of that. Not going to.
It would be really good if this happened. I'm gonna
Might as
try
well
and
you're in
hold
the
person.
hole.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try and hold person.
He's
again.
grappled.
Right.
Does grappled have any effect on the wisdom save?
Grapple, all it does is it reduces speed to 0. It does not confer anything extra.
Thank you.
I reach from the holy symbol and ethereal chains, attempt to wrap around him once more.
That fell out, but it was a natural 20, which makes me upset. So
Oh.
I'm not going to use it because it fell out. But he still rolls a natural 18. What's your...
It's 17.
Yeah, no, natural items. I didn't modifiers. So again, he sees you casting this and just like, wicked caster, trying to bring all my pride down. And he's pushing back against you, Masno. All right.
That's all I can do.
All right. He's grappled, so he's going to try and just attack Masno at this point, because it would be an action to break the grapple. But
Correct.
he's got two ridiculous axes in his hand, so he's going to fucking use those. He's gonna
He
use
can
both the axes
only
against
use
you.
one as part of a single attack action.
Say that again?
You can only do damage.
So, because
Yes,
he
yeah.
can't-
He's going to go
And
1-1. Yeah, it's just like Ragnorum. He uses one.
He has to
blade
make
Yeah.
a wisdom save.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
lose
because
the
of Sanctuary.
attack.
or okay.
Or can't attack Monroe.
Okay. What's the DC?
15.
Blow it out your ass.
No!
Yeah, he fails. That's like a 13.
hang on.
Oh,
Wait, what was
legendary resistance. So fuck you. He succeeds. No.
Whatever.
Yes. 3 a day. Yes. Eat it.
Good. I'm glad that happened.
He
Use it
also,
up.
if he
Use it
fails,
up.
he has the option to choose a new target.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you burned his
Yes.
legendary resistance.
Yay.
I was confusing the name with legendary action. No, it's not that. Okay, we got that. So then he's going to hit Mosnell, He is going to try and.
It's nice knowing you, buddy.
See you later,
He-
guys.
He's also not attuned to the blood axe.
That's true. You also need 2 hands for the blood axe.
Well, in this world,
fucking him.
fuck you. Yep, there it is. Fuck the-
I'm sure there's a feat that can make that go away.
Don't
Fucking
think so,
ripped.
but
I think
fuck
that's
it.
The,
Yep. He's
I think
just
that's the
ripped.
feat.
Being ripped.
Yoked.
All right, so he is going to attack you, and obviously reckless at this point. It doesn't make sense not to do that.
Obviously.
Everyone gets advantage.
Yeah, but he's grappled, so melee attacks would get advantage anyway on him.
No, they don't.
Do they not?
No.
When creature.
Not on grappled.
Ah, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
Unrestrained.
That's a 30 to hit.
Yep.
That's gonna hit. So then he's gonna make you need to make a strength saving throw. He's gonna try and do a pushing attack.
Does that
Wow,
work if
grappled.
we're grappled?
He's
Neat.
gonna use a superiority die.
He is just defying all logic.
Can you do this?
Yes.
Is this allowed?
This is D&D.
How is this? If his arms are pinned to the side, how is that happening? I'm just curious.
It's not so much his arms are pinned to his side. It's more like he's being
They're-
held
they're
by the
not.
waist.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah.
attack
Yeah.
just fine.
Like
Yeah,
Ryan's
just can't
trying,
move.
but on his turn, he
It's-
sneaks his arm out
Okay.
and he's jamming it in his back and trying to push him forward as an
It's-
axe has just entered your back.
It's like MMA, like when they're grappled up around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So strength saving throw.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, it's. So you're not pushed off him, but he still gets a superiority die damage, and then he gets his rolls. So let's do that.
Just be aware with the blood axe, he only gains the non-magical benefit of the axe
Right,
because it's not attuned.
right.
Well, fuck you. Not this time.
No. He's fine there. He's not getting the attune bonuses. Fuck, I lost because. No. 25 points of slashing damage, and then 4 points of force damage. As you can start to see, his axe is starting to glow with something, or his sword rather. He's not. He has your axe and he has a sword. The sword is starting to glow with that purple glow that you were seeing on his blade, on your axe earlier.
Oh, looks like something to add to my collection.
General Grievous out here.
And he's gonna take a second attack against you. Give me a fucking crit. God damn it.
He wants to kill me so bad.
21. Well, he's just engaged with you. That's a 21 to hit. Obviously, it hits. He'll burn another superiority die and try and do.
Question.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll try another pushing attack. Make another strength save.
Okay.
Does Sanctuary proc every time he attacks?
Yes.
So he'd have to make a wisdom saving throw on every
Second.
attack.
Well, he's only got 2 attacks.
So this is the second,
Save
right?
the first one, now it's the second.
Fuck. So he failed that. Burned to one second legendary resistance. Nice.
Haha.
Yeah, buddy.
I can't save your life, but I can burn the resistances.
No, I appreciate it.
Got it, homie.
He really wants to kill Maz now.
He does.
Does,
Got his
he
axe.
does.
What do you want from me? 6, 17.
I want it back.
Oh, this is gonna be high damage.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
He must ask you a question.
So it's a 19 on the strength save.
19 on strength save. Saves.
Yeah.
You're still not pushed, but yeah, no. So I'm not gonna do that yet. 28 slashing and
28.
another 4 force damage. As he's just barreling into your back with the same axe, or the sword, as he's just stabbing into you and trying to rip you off. He's still grappled, so that's that for his turn. Now it's Mosnell's turn, then Ari, then Bologna.
Are you still awake?
Yeah.
Damn.
I got a bunch of
He
healing.
got a ton of healing.
Yeah, he got
It was great.
And it doesn't make sense. This guy's not going to be like, oh, let's go kill the casters out of nowhere. He fucking hits Goliath. He's a dummy.
Yeah. I want to try to get my axe back.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for it. This is athletics.
I guess. Oh! All right. Athletics. That's 27.
Nice.
Legendary resistance.
You got it. No, you can't use that. It's a contest, not a saving throw. So,
That's mine.
yep. See him. Ah!
Is that an attack action
That's
or
That's
an action? Okay.
It's
Then
for
I
the
guess
best, Ryan.
I'll
It's
do
for the
another
best.
temporary hit points. I'll get 4.
It's for the
and-
best, Ryan.
What do you mean you
Everybody
get 4?
else.
Don't you already have? Oh, you lost them all. That's right. You
I
already-
lost. I just got messed up. I lost everything. So
Right,
I'll give him
I'm just
another
making sure.
another storm aura.
Yep.
the mist, the cold mist goes out.
Nice. Thanks.
So I think.
Yeah,
that would
anyone
also give
within
me-
10 again. If you lost your temporary, you get
I did.
4 back.
Thanks.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
4 back.
Ari, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna do something weird.
Okay.
I'm going to take my finger and kind of hit this side contraption because I haven't had a chance to use this
Oh, geez.
to activate my dagger of venom to coat it with a venom.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use, and that's my action.
Okay.
That's
I'm gonna use my bonus action to flip the dark coin.
Okay. You're trying to bank on getting more actions or something here?
No, you told me it lasts until my next attack.
It does. You're right. You're right.
he's buffing. He's buffing.
Yeah. Yes. I thought you meant bluff.
Okay, this will be interesting. 90.
You win.
You erupt.
You win the
in a
war.
nova of-
All right. 90.
You
Okay.
won the war. Good job.
I do not know what 90 does, but we will find out
You
next
sure will.
turn.
You nuke the city.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Bologna, your turn.
Okay.
Then Cobalt's, then Belfina. Cool.
Okay.
Cobalt.
No, there's 2.
Was there? Oh, okay. I did see him use that.
There's one more crossbow and one more spear.
I'm gonna cast Death Ward on Mosno.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Actually, I can't do that. I'm not touching him. I lied to you. I'm just gonna kill the crossbowman.
All right, go for
Also
it.
a valuable
Because-
target.
He's an asshole.
Sure.
So I'm gonna take 2 attacks with the longbow here.
All right.
So the first one is a 24. The second one is also a 24. 2 9s.
Yeah. Those are going to hit.
Cool.
As your characters are just unloading in this combat, smoke is hitting. You're getting this weird blend of the salt from the ocean. You're all waterlogged, and you feel this cold wetness that's drying off from the soot that's in the air, and from all the magical casting. You smell this like phosphorus all throughout. Very like probably what gunpowder smells like. You're feeling a lot of that from all the casting, materials being burned, all sorts.
24
of strange
damage
smells.
on the
he's
first arrow.
Annihilated. Yeah.
Nice.
Is he alive?
No, not even a little bit.
Alright, on to the spear guy.
Okay, go for it.
24 to hit. Didn't change, I'm assuming, anything.
No, they have the same armor class.
Alright, that is going to be 23 damage.
23 damage. Okay, he's not looking great, but he's still up.
We're consistent, if nothing else.
All right. Is that
Wait. I will take 20 feet of movement backwards.
it? Sure.
Thanks.
You got him?
That's it.
He's way over on the other side, yeah. You can move him over there.
Oh, you know what? I'll bonus action healing word. Because I don't like how I feel right now. Yeah, let's do that at second. That is all.
Cool. Cobalt's turn. You see a bunch of cavalry
Oh,
coming
sick.
up the side.
2 force.
Where are the horses? They are coming up this way, and you can see a bunch of soldiers filing in, coming up the side.
Help!
As Jarlax is starting to see you guys getting a little overwhelmed. More enter the fray. But that's their movement to get there. They're not quite on range this turn, except for the spearman's going to attack Aerie. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. And then he's going to do damage. That is 14 points of piercing damage. As another spear goes into you.
Reaction to uncanny dodge.
You got it. So and that's gonna have to be all for that turn. As the one on the horse comes up, Aerie, and you turn around to see this spear going into and out, you get a very unsettling feeling as whoever's on that horse makes you lurch in your stomach. Anyway.
How far away am I from the Goliath right now? More than 60 feet?
You're
No.
50 feet away.
Cool. What is on your head, Mason?
It's my hood.
Okay. It looks
This is just my
kind of-
natural face.
It kind of looks like you have like a strange bag around your head. So,
I do.
okay. Is it my turn? Beautiful. So I am going to cast Ice Knife.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to hit the Goliath.
Sure.
Like, in the neck. In the jugular.
Go for it.
So he has to make a save of Dex that is 17.
Natural 19.
You have to roll a hit, so.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I think that if I roll a hit, it doesn't matter.
No, you roll to hit the knife, and on the dex save is to see
If he dodges.
if he dodges the explosion. Because the knife hits and then it detonates and ice shards.
Oh, neat.
I see. So it doesn't explode,
Okay.
but let me
Roll to hit?
do the roll to hit part.
Sure, go for it.
It does explode. He just takes half damage from it.
Does everybody else near him have to make? Nah.
Well, it might not have even hit. It's only 14 to hit.
No,
Yeah.
does not
so
hit.
Nothing happens. But I tried.
As he's in there, the ice knife comes off from Bellona, and you can see like almost like a tracer of the ice in the air. He takes out his sword and just smashes it before it comes to hit his jugular.
It still does explode damage to it and everything within 5 feet of it.
Okay, cool. So as that still, but it misses.
Even if it misses.
Okay.
It says hit or miss, the shard then explodes.
Cool. So Maz now, Aerie,
1d.
and him make saving throws. He already saved it to 19. 1d12.
Dex,
Yep.
natural 20.
Save. Take half.
21.
Save. Everyone save.
So it does
How much damage?
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
I
Half
take
half.
to
0.
1.
Well, no, it's.
Yep.
Is it what, slashing?
No, it's piercing.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
so,
so does Ryan take nothing?
Yeah.
no, the knife does piercing, the explosion does cold.
Cold.
2d6
Okay.
cold.
All right.
I'm
These
resistant
2
to
points
cold
of
as
damage
well.
are going to be
He still
extremely.
takes-
So,
Oh, so he's totem.
1.
well, half of 3 is what?
1.
1, and then half of 1 is
0.
Nothing.
0.
Yeah, and you round down, so yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, why am I having it twice?
Well, you're resistant,
Oh,
and then
'cause
you
I
succeeded
saved.
on
Oh,
the dex
shit.
save. Yeah,
You're right,
so it's
so I
like
get that back.
you just yeah,
Yeah.
you're awesome.
Nice.
Alright.
Take that, nerds.
Um,
Take my nothing.
At the end of the round, you can now see the storm giant in the background starting to cast out bolts of lightning, or just striking some ships in the background. And another pool of light opens, and you see another storm giant coming out.
Oh,
of
shit.
those ships. You can see
Oh,
it
God.
strike down
Yes.
yet another.
Not fair.
And you can see ships all sorts of, and turning back and going in circles. They're trying to call in different strategies. And at this, you also see on a different flank, way in the distance. You can't make out the image, but you see similar to what you saw when Jaqualdin left. You can see ships just came out and repositioned themselves somewhere else. on the battlefield. It seems like he came out of the coordinate again somewhere else inside the ship.
Oh, what a smart boy.
All right. Top of the lineup. Wax's turn.
Get him, Jarlax.
Jarlax sees you guys have the Goliath, and he sees this newcomer, and he has this look. He's like, might as well go for who seems to be the important one here, calling out the orders. 2 hit. 3 for one of those. That's great. He is not engaged, so he doesn't get sneak attack damage. So he is going to do 16 points of piercing damage.
Got him. Is he gonna stay over there?
No, he's gonna move himself up near Bologna. As he gets next to her, he smiles. He's just like, seems like it's safer farther away we get.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm back here.
Okay, and he just did 16.
This is to the new guy that just came in.
Yeah.
No idea who he could be.
All right. Arrow, the knives go in, hit his armor. One deflects off. He's got this brilliant-looking cobalt armor, a little shinier than the others. Okay. That is going to do Jarlax's turn. Ulazal, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Sure.
I'm gonna heal, I believe, 3 people. Actually, up to 6. So all of us plus Jarlax are going to receive 12 points of healing.
Good.
Is there someone else instead of me?
He needs it.
Because I don't need it.
I,
Is Sylvia around?
yeah, I guess heals Sylvia too.
Sure. That'll
Instead
be
of
helpful.
me. Because I've been alright.
Awesome. Jarlax is looking a bit better because he was looking rough.
Okay.
This is really funny.
Okay.
And then I am going to take a few steps back.
You got it.
Masnal, we need to go!
Go!
All right. It is now the. The Goliath's turn. He is going to try and break the grapple fight. Getting in the way. He wants to start.
Yes, use your action.
That is a strength contest with you, Masno, right?
Athletics versus the Goliaths, either athletics or acrobatics.
No, well, if he's grappling me, it's the opposite. I can use dexterity or...
No.
He's trying to
He's trying to
He's
escape.
breaking. He's breaking.
grapple.
Oh, right, I'm still grappling him. I forgot.
Yep.
I got my axe back and I forgot I was still grappling him.
Yeah.
Okay, he's trying to break it.
Yep. You can let him break it if you want.
I'll fight him. Why not?
Okay, so it's his athletics or acrobatics against
Yes.
Masno.
Yeah,
Against Masnal's athletics.
athletics. So
Okay.
that's a 22.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's a 21.
Let's go! Waste your action, you idiot.
You see him as he tries to pull out Masno. You just lock him down, not letting him go anywhere. You see him. He's getting pretty pissed. That's his
I bet.
action.
Yeah, barbarians don't get much in the way of bonus actions.
Yeah, he's got stuff.
It's
But,
probably good stuff.
yeah, he's not really desperate. You guys haven't done much damage to him, so. All right, yeah, he's just gonna be pissed off for the rest of this turn. Masnal, it's your turn.
Kill him.
I'm gonna swing at him.
All right. Do you break your grapple to swing him? Swing at him.
That's fine. I was planning on that.
Okay.
Oh, but he doesn't break his grapple swinging with a two-handed weapon? Ridiculous.
This is fair.
Well, he didn't grapple me. I grappled
He
him.
was
No,
grappled.
he's joking. He's joking. He rolls
Doesn't
dice.
matter. Okay. So reckless, great weapon master.
Okay.
Get him.
Okay. Where is my thing? 12. So that's 18.
Yes, it's
All right.
You're lucky.
I'll just do the second one right now. Might as well.
Yep.
All right. Oh, nice. So that's 24. So that hits.
24 to hit, or 24
Yeah.
damage.
24 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
All right. So now I'll do all the damage.
Go for it.
So the first one.
Ari, you're on
Yeah.
deck. So while
Yep.
he rolls damage, what do you want to do?
I arm with holding the dagger,
Yep.
glowing with that purple fog.
Yep.
I'm just gonna drive it into him.
All right. Roll to attack.
And this would it be advantage because I'm still flanking?
Yep.
Just shy. Okay. 36 to hit.
Nah. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, so first things first, it's gonna be damage plus sneak attack.
Nice. If you just the momentum flowing through you right now, you can feel each of you those tattoos and markings on you glowing and radiating, giving you this extra strength as you're driving this blade into them.
22 piercing damage.
Okay.
From the dagger.
Okay.
Next up, I rolled 90 on the madness table. What does that do?
As the dagger enters into his body, you can see that sickening blackness around him leech a little bit of his life off, and it does an additional 5 necrotic.
Nice.
Okay. And then, is that the only effect from the 90?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then last up,
My heart doesn't stop.
no, I just wanted to be clear.
Yep.
And then he has to make a DC 15 con save.
Sure.
He's probably fine.
Natural 15. I'm not even gonna look at the modifier.
Okay. Then nothing happens with the dagger. And the venom is expended.
Mazna, what's your damage?
So I did 34 slashing and 4 necrotic. And then 35 slashing, 5 necrotic.
38 on the first one, and then
35
40 on the second.
40? I thought you just said 35.
35 plus 5.
Well, he was adding them together.
Oh.
The barbarian's raging, so he halves the slashing, but not the necrotic.
Yeah.
So you have to do them separately.
Nikas.
Mikasa? Es su casa.
Okay, there, bud.
No.
And then I'll do another storm aura to hit to get myself and anybody else.
Just checking
What?
in. You can just do that all the time.
This is bonus action.
Every
Bonus
bonus
action.
action,
Cool.
my bonus action.
Cool. Just making sure. All right.
You also get cold
You
resistance
do
if you're
damage.
hit by it.
Bologna, your turn.
Actually, I
Ari,
still,
yeah.
I'm gonna use my bonus action,
Sure.
the cunning action, disengage,
Nice.
and I'm going
Rangworm shows up and
to.
says no. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna run away towards the rest of the group and Jarla,
Okay.
just to put some distance from myself and this person who's given me real bad feelings.
Sure.
And that's it for my turn.
Okay. That will be now Bologna's turn.
I'm gonna bonus action magic weapon at 4th level
Ooh.
Okay.
on my longbow.
Counterspell from one of the casters that showed up with these new kobolds. They're gonna do
Okay.
that at level 4. Is that the level you cast it at?
I think
Yeah.
you still have to roll for it.
No,
It's-
that's an all
is
fail
it?
if I cast it at the same level.
Is it?
It's fine. I didn't really need it.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm not upset. So that's a strange thing though, because I don't even know how they would do that. Touch. It's not like I'm saying anything.
Well, it probably appears, and then they counterspell it as it's appearing. The water starts dripping in down from the spear that normally comes from your weapon that you summon?
It's not spiritual weapon.
Oh, what did you
It's
say?
magic weapon.
Magic weapon. Oh,
So yeah, it's a weapon I'm touching.
Oh.
So like they can counterspell it if
wouldn't-
you want them
he
to
wouldn't notice-
counterspell
He
it.
wouldn't
But
notice that. I thought you were doing spiritual weapon. He wouldn't.
no,
notice
yeah,
that.
no. This is like the
Forget it.
bow that I'm holding
I misheard
becomes
you.
magical.
I misheard you.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
you can do
I
it.
mishold you.
I misheard you.
That is okay.
I misrolled you.
We're at that level now.
Okay. So we're gonna roll to hit on who did they just attack? The Goliath, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We'll use one of those poison assassin arrow thing doodle things,
Oh shit. Okay.
and we'll roll with that sharpshooter feat there.
Execute him.
Oops. Hey, I rolled a crit.
Nice.
Ooh.
Gross.
I rolled a natural 17,
Nice. Go ahead.
and then I rolled a what is that? A 27? No, a 29
For damage or to hit?
to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Cool. So, what is this? 1d6. Or sorry, it's 1d8. Yeah, using a lot. Do. Wow, I just rolled 2 ones in a row. That's hilarious. 3 ones in a row on my crit. This is amazing. There we go. Okay. So we got 10. So that's 26 plus. So 26 magic damage, actually. I don't know what it's classified as with magic weapon. Let me just see what it says.
Just magic damage.
It just says magic.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
weird.
yep. Keep
Doesn't
going.
really. I believe. Yeah, weird.
The arrow hits
It-
into
it-
him.
It doesn't do a magic damage. It just makes
Yeah,
it
it doesn't.
It's a
Yeah,
magical
I'm-
attack. But
to avoid resistances, but not.
yes.
Yeah. So like if something's resistant to non-magical weapons, it counters that, but not like piercing.
Not the actual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still
So it's
piercing.
still piercing.
and as it hits into him, you can see where the blackness normally comes out on all the creatures you've seen, pierce arrows, and you can see it doesn't have that normal effect it does when the poison arrow enters this Goliath.
That's cool. So anyway, that was whatever damage I said it was.
Yes, I wrote all that down. There was nothing else.
Cool.
additional?
That was just the first attack. Second
Yep.
attack is
He's
gonna
starting to
be.
look rough. Starting to get a little battered.
The second attack's gonna be.
So is he immune to necrotic damage then? Must be.
22 damage. So 20 piercing to fire.
Okay. Again goes into him the second one into his hide and he rips it out, and you can see he's getting damaged, he's getting roughed up, and he's getting angry.
Still,
Okay.
it's escalating.
It's just getting angrier and angrier. It is now the Cobalt's turns.
I hate this.
The caster sees you all running away like little bitches, and he's going to cast Cone of Cold on you guys.
Oh,
What's
fuck.
the range?
I'm gonna go get it up.
Oh, ooh. If you got
10
temporary
hit
hit,
points.
temp hit points from me, you have resistance to cold.
Oh, freaking
Excellent.
cool, dude. I love that.
There you go.
Come at me, cold.
60-foot cone, con save. Yeah, 50 con save.
I'm assuming I need
Yeah.
to make a con save.
Yeah, make con saves. It's hitting everybody.
Yeesh.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
Make
Like,
sure,
literally-
Natural 20. Let's go.
Nice.
make sure, Ryan.
Shout out to
While
this.
the creature is in the storm aura. So you have to stay within it to get the resistance.
Aw,
All right, that's fine.
This is a 60-foot cone.
sheesh.
Very he's gonna move
This is only gonna hit like.
Oh. I
What
got
an
excited.
idiot.
I was like, oh.
This guy's about to get decimated.
He's moving up to do that.
Are we running? What's happening?
It's not hitting Mosnall.
No, he's pushing past
We're just regrouping, I think.
Okay.
So that is.
I was like, I don't know where we're running to. There's nowhere to go.
Oh, give me the other dice rolling I have from Wizards.
Sorry.
Oh, nice! It's one of those pages. I love it when you click back. They're like, "No, you want to be here, don't you?" It's like, no. It's like you don't want to
Yeah,
leave
that's
our
why I
site.
hit back.
That is 44 points of cold damage. Sparks out from the caster's hands. He's in these like white and blue robes that also have like mage armor
What was
over
it?
the top of it. DC save was 18.
18?
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, there goes magic weapon.
I got an 8, so I failed.
8. Okay, fail. So you take the full 44.
Okay.
I rolled 18.
18.
Yeah.
So you save, right?
Yeah, meets it, beats it.
So you take 22
Yep.
points of ice. Who else is back there? Aries back there. What'd you roll?
9.
You take 44.
Hurts.
Can you dodge?
Jarlax.
No, because it's not a or I can.
See.
Yeah, I can. Uncanny. Oh,
You can
yes, I
uncanny
can
dodge a con
uncanny
save.
Well, there goes half my health.
I can uncanny dodge the attack.
Yeah.
Reduce the damage. It's not evasion.
Okay.
Can't evasion.
It's not a
And
dex
you
save.
you took 22, Bologna.
Yes.
Still
I'm
dex
feeling
save.
great.
The one in the horse on his cavalry is going to run up past Goliath, up to Mosno and take an attack against Mosno.
Oh fuck.
He has a sword and shield in hand, and as he's passing Goliath, you hear him say, Mosno, because you're currently engaged with him, pick up the pace, you're falling behind. And he's going to take an attack against you.
Okay.
It's nice knowing you, buddy.
I'm doing my best, guys. I've saved so many spell slots to keep us up.
Oh my god!
Is it a crit?
Natural
20.
one.
He has
Natural
2
20.
attacks.
Natural
20.
ones.
All natural 20s. I'm dead.
No, he's mad because he didn't hit you.
Those are both nat 20s. Okay.
Nat 20s?
Yeah, those are 2 nat 20s
Oh!
against Mosno.
So
Woo!
you failed
See
2
you
death
later.
saves. Very cool.
See you later.
Let's see. Oh
What
my
series
god.
is
Bye.
I should have cast that Death Ward.
If I went in there, I was dying too, man. I have to touch him with it. Sorry.
So should I start rolling a different character now?
No.
I still
First attack
have things.
is 22. 29 points of slashing. And
29 points of slashing.
And 4 points of psychic damage, and you reduce your overall hit points by 4.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh no, where'd they go?
That looks lovely, though.
Hey, happy little library. Discord? Let me stop.
I was here the whole time.
Reed left. All right. Sorry. Okay. So, did you get everything that I said to you?
I heard
first attack,
29 points
slashing.
and then
4 psychic and reduce your health by 4.
yep, got all that.
Okay.
Are you
Your
alive?
overall health by 4, and then the second attack
Yep.
is now. Really? Twice in a row? It's the same thing. 29 points of slashing damage. And I got to roll for the. Oh my, no, it's the exact same thing. 4 psychic, and that is. Okay. And you reduce
And
your.
then reduced by
Bite.
4 again.
Yeah, so you have 8 off your total maximum hit points.
Wow, fuck you.
Are you still breathing?
As the blade stabs into you,
He's still up?
You can see his blood like floating off and into the sword.
So
And-
Mosnell's down, right?
No, he's not.
No, he's still
oh,
up.
my word.
How
Good
the
for you.
fuck are you alive?
Please disengage.
He's then going to take the rest of his movement and cut in front.
Ooh, Sentinel. Wham!
He's on a horse.
Yeah, you can still do that.
Send on the
Give a
horse.
shit.
Okay, but like cavalry moves so fast.
Kill the horse.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You guys are fancy magical people. It can work. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just like hack
so
off the
that-
back legs or something.
So that is a lot.
Oh no.
34 to hit.
What are you hitting? Him or the horse?
Him.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I don't care if the horse can keep going, but I want to hit him.
All right. I actually don't know the ruling of.
Well, it's Sentinel. If I hit them, their movement becomes 0. But if I hit the horse's movement would become 0. But if I hit him, the horse's movement's not 0.
I'll say you knock him off the top of the horse.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Take that.
I think wouldn't you have to make a save to like stay on the horse? Isn't that how that works?
I don't know.
Isn't that how mounted combat works? There's a save,
Is there?
some sort of save to stay on your mount.
Mounted combat's
I
weird.
believe that's how that works. It's strange because no one does it.
Except that guy.
I'm gonna do it next campaign, but you know.
Wait,
Ooh.
am I supposed to be playing by those rules this whole time?
No one's been bothering you, so you're in good shape.
Yeah.
18 on his dex, so he would stay on it then. With the
That's fine.
I'm
I'm cool with that. I just wanted to hit him. I don't care if he keeps going. I just wanted to hit him because I'm pissed off.
Sure, go ahead and roll your damage.
All right, so that is going to be not a ton, but 18 points of slashing,
Okay.
4 necrotic. Just as it goes by.
Yep.
Fuck you.
That would be a number. There we go. Okay. Okay. So that happens. He didn't get knocked off then. He still carries on. You just hit him as he goes by.
Yeah, sure.
You can hear him cursing under his breath at you.
Ha!
Okay. That happened. That was that turn. He moved there. The other kobolds, they can, I guess they're going to start pushing forward, flooding the front. I'm not going to rearrange all the soldiers right now. I'll just put, like, place markers, basically. They have now pushed up through the front. And they are all the way down the coast. You can move Calgary back. Calgary is now pushed back even further. You guys are being pushed all the way back into the kingdom. There's a realization that you were definitely outnumbered by a substantial amount of soldiers and people at this point. It's as each of the ships keep coming and dropping, as much as the storm giants are helping far out, the storm giants are crushing boat after boat. But I mean, there's already 40 boats now near the shoreline, and you're looking at thousands of soldiers are being deployed, and they are flooding and overwhelming the forces right now. And it is not looking so great. With that, it is now Belfina's turn.
Okay.
What is this like?
Hold my purse. Not even a smirk.
I'm smirking.
Okay then.
I'm smirking.
Okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna do Healing Word
Okay.
on Mosnell at
Alright.
5th level.
Wow.
Whoa.
He's gonna try and counterspell that. Using his reaction, but he's using that at 5th
Asshole.
level. So it's his casting modifier plus my roll. What is it? Level? What is it? Fuck, I always forget this. Oh. It was cocked. It was literally just staying on the line between 19 and 9. So that's 9 plus what is modifier is? Spellcasting modifier?
What does it have to be? 10 plus the level?
Something like
Yeah, so she has a 15, right
15.
now. I have to beat a 15.
What's the modifier? 6?
DC equals 10 plus the spellcast on success. If casting at a 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So that would just be your
that's just his intelligence.
his intelligence modifier. So even at a +5, it's 14. So it does not fail. So
Good.
You're succeed.
Idiot. That's his reaction too. So he can't counterspell anyone else.
All right, so
7.
there is 7 points of damage.
Nope.
It's healing.
Yep.
Oh!
There's another 6.
Okay.
And then I kill Mazda.
And then there's another 7.
7. Excellent.
Okay.
That's it.
Awesome.
Oh, and I'm gonna yell while it happens. Mosnell, try to line him up for me,
Line them up.
and see what he gets from that.
Awesome.
They're kind of already in a line.
End of the round, you start seeing one of the storm giants. Tentacles come out of the water around it, and you can see one of the krakens is now engaged with one of the storm giants. The kraken is engaged with one of the storm giants.
Okay.
Okay.
One.
Ooh, I got nervous there.
You can see the storm giants are trying to redirect their attention, but all sorts of like ballistas are nailing into these storm giants from all these other ships. The fleet is large still. There still looks to be over 100 ships of the Cobalt fleet out there.
Oh my
in the
God.
distance. And at this, you can see almost Avenger style on the horizon, portals starting to open on the edge.
What?
And
Water deep.
no, it's not for you guys. It is what you can see of a very hellish-looking plane is opening up in the background.
This sucks.
So,
Nice.
top of the lineup. It is now Jarlax's turn. Jarlax is starting to take on the situation. He looks at all of you. Now would be a great time for any tricks. You guys have anything more than the storm giants? Just look around at all of you guys. Right. Okay. Well,
It's like a lot to get those guys on our side. They have time for anything else, sadly.
this sounds like a wonderful story they'll sing
When we win,
when we put up the fight of our lives. And Jarlax is going to try and engage the person on the horse. He's going to run over there. And he is going to take some swings at him with
Sneak attack.
his rapier. Quick flurry of blows. Some sneak attack. None of those hit. I rolled a 4, 2, and a 5.
That sucks.
Jesus Christ. So as he's going to hit, each blow is just getting parried one after the other. And you can see, you can hear the exchange going, making my job easy for me, Jarlax. Terrific. Escott will be so pleased.
Okay, it's not Escott. Whew.
It's not Esca.
You
I
guys
didn't-
and your fucking
What?
metagaming. Disgusting. Disgusting. Who's that? Uneasy for him? Let's all leave. I don't know who that is.
that's hilarious. I wasn't even like registering any of that.
I would hope not, but everyone just pulling out at that. Sure.
I was like 90% sure it wasn't Escott. I was like, there's
I'm
no way.
glad. I'm
I
glad
was
you have
just
more
like-
faith than that.
Bad guy. That's all I thought.
Good. All right.
Same.
And when he attacked me, I was not as scared as I would have been with Escott.
I didn't feel the fear.
There was no fear. It couldn't be Escott because I wasn't afraid.
Jesus. So that's gonna end Jarlax's turn. Uzal, it's your turn.
Okay. I I'm gonna touch my holy symbol, and I am going to parade its ear and ask, who could use you? Could you even the odds? And I'm gonna roll for divine intervention.
Go for it.
Whoa! Do it.
Your level is 12, 11, 12?
12.
Prepare for disappointment. 40.
As your prayer goes up, in your mind's eye, you can hear cackling. And what is at a distance becomes more obvious in your mind. It seems like your prayer was blocked. And give me a history or arcana check.
Okay.
Arcana.
Fuck your divine intervention.
12.
That's what I just heard.
12. Okay. You would recognize this as the cackling comes from the creature you know to rule one of the planes of hell named Asmodeus. And he is cackling. Trying to call your puny gods. This is where it ends.
Oh, fuck.
And then I'm gonna bonus action healing word Mazel.
Hey.
Take 8 HP, please.
Alright. He can't take a disengage action. Oh, I'm gonna be so fucking furious. It's totally gonna happen. You done?
Yep.
Alright, the Goliath is tired of dealing with Mosnell. Everyone keeps healing you, you little baby. I think it's time I stop this well. And he's gonna try and run past you towards everybody who's keeping you alive. So I imagine, are you gonna use your stupid fucking ability to try and stop that?
Well, does that
I don't think you can.
I have to wait for my next turn, right?
Yeah, because
We
it's a
already
reaction.
burned it
He
on him.
already used it.
Oh, and you go right after him. It's the best day ever. 5, 10, 15, 20. Who do I
Fight
wanna
me,
murder?
wuss.
Yeah, he's gonna go for.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd do that.
He's gonna go for Ulazal.
Bring it.
He is going to.
Where are you at?
Right there.
You know,
The guy with the horse.
saying like I'm right there is like
I'm next
not
to the guy
very
with the
helpful.
horse.
He is going to Great Weapon Master.
Reckless.
Can you stand up and point to where you
Yeah,
are?
he'll Reckless
Next to the
too.
guy with the
Sounds like a good suggestion.
If I do my thing,
That'll
is it gonna hit you
be
right now?
a. Oh no, it's not. It's probably not with you. 19 should hit. Shield. So you stop the first one. Second attack coming in. Just gonna Great Weapon Master Reckless again. Come on, dice. That is 22.
Miss.
The shield is still up.
Oh,
My AC is 24 currently.
Whoa! Ha ha!
as your shield comes up and he's bashing and bashing on the shield, he's looking around. These aren't normal folks. Anyway, that ends that.
He's not wrong.
It's true.
Mosnell, it's your turn.
I run after him.
All right. You're right behind him.
I wasn't finished with you.
Cut his legs
I'll go
off.
for
I
two
was with
swings.
you.
All right. 23 to hit.
Hits.
All right. I'll do another swing. Do all the attacks now.
Yes, please. On deck is Ari. Get ready for your turn, or start doing your turn while he does all of his damage.
27. 26.
Points
Yeah,
of
so attack to hit.
Hit. Okay.
All right.
Anything over 20.
And both attacks, so that's going to be 19, 29, 30 slashing, 3 necrotic.
Okay.
Ooh. And then, nice. 35 slashing, 6 necrotic.
Looking rough.
Yeah. And then I'll do another storm aura.
Okie dokie.
So anyone
Who
within
gets hit with that?
within 10
10 feet.
10 feet.
Just
10
Ulazal.
feet.
Just Ulazal.
4 temporary hit points, sir. And while you're within it, cold resistance.
Nice. Okay. Ari, your turn, then Bellona. Then
All right, I'm gonna back up closer towards Calgary to get myself some distance.
Yep.
And I'm attacking with my longbow.
You got
It's,
it.
I believe, at advantage because he used reckless, attacking the Goliath.
Yep. Yep.
And that is a Jesus Christ, 31 to hit.
Yes.
And that's going to be oh, I forgot I was gonna do something. I meant to be rolling the dart coin for this attack.
Sure.
as
That's
my-
fine.
Do I know this value? 53.
Oof. Okay.
It was still going to be a 31 to hit.
And you're attacking the Goliath? Yep, it hits. Just barely, though. You lose 10 off your hit. As you feel some of
Yes.
your vitality change, and the shot goes a little wide from where you were initially shooting.
But still,
hits.
that is going to be 26 piercing damage to him.
Okie. The arrow going in, you're starting to see multiple arrows sticking and staying inside the Goliath at this point. He's looking war-torn. He's only got his sword in his hand. It's the rage of war is getting to him.
And that's it for Barry.
Okay. Bellona, your turn.
Alright, I rolled 2 attacks. I got a 16 and a 19 natural. I believe the crits,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Very neat. On the Goliath, I suppose.
Sure. Okay.
So that'll be excuse me. 26 piercing, 4 fire.
Okay.
And then 22 piercing, 1 fire.
Okay.
How does he look?
He is battered and bloody. He is bleeding profusely now from all the arrow shots in him. He's looking rough, but still has some fight left in him.
Alright, I'll bonus action to I'll use my War Priest bonus action to make another pick.
Okay, go for it.
Might be a specific spell.
So that's a 24 to hit.
Yes, hits.
Neat.
No,
Alright, so it's gonna be
I'm just trying to figure out if I can just totally
19 piercing and
fit on our back.
it looks like 2 fire.
Say it again, the damage.
19 piercing, 2 fire.
Okay.
Maybe I'll
I'm
just
at
fall
fire
back and
arrows.
run.
By the
Love it.
by.
You want me to pre-roll your damage?
Still up, but as they're burning into his skin, you can start seeing
It's
like
gonna-
black char on him as it's going in.
Alright.
He is getting worn down to
And then I'll use my movement to continue moving away from the cavalry dude.
Okay.
The guy attacking Ulazal? Yes.
Yeah,
I'd like
right.
to.
Which way?
Or the. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I get the satisfaction if I.
Not near Goliath Man.
Okay, so you're going near Calgary.
Yeah.
How far? Near
Just 20 feet.
5, 10, 15. What's your value?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's
am
fine.
gonna jump off her back if she does that.
Okay. So you stay where you are.
Yeah.
That's fine. It is now the Cobalt's part
Be like,
of the initiative.
thank you for letting me ride with you, or something like that.
Anytime.
What is this? A radius. Oh, where'd I put all my? Here you
Homie's gonna fireball. It's a lot of people. Big old clump.
Yeah. So he's gonna pat on the shoulder and goes, "Do it." And he's gonna move to the side,
I'm gonna take a swing. Oh no, I already used my reaction this round.
and he's gonna use a 4th level ice storm. As he channels the powers, I need Ulazal, Airy, Calgary, my buddy Jarlax, and Bellona to make dex saving throws.
I like that better.
Can't see what I'm rolling. Oh, perfect. 23.
Save.
20.
Save.
Five.
You fail. 5. Alright, so then that is.
Oh, this is cold too, so I do have resistance.
You do have resistance to the cold, but not the bludgeoning damage.
Sure.
25. So I take no damage.
How do you figure I can survive? I woke up at the Goliath too.
That is 12 bludgeoning damage to everybody. Do what you have to
I think if I do
to
that, he's
half
gonna
it.
attack me.
And then for the cold damage is
Yeah.
20 points of cold damage.
Oh boy.
As that all crackles down, the Jarlax takes that. Calgary looks roughed up onto the ground. All the other people in the way look pretty roughed up. Northern Force is looking real bad right now. Let's see. Another wave of Cobalt soldiers would be pushing up. I'm just not going to move all the pieces, but they're pushing far close to all you guys. So for each of your characters, for your surroundings, what you're getting is you're starting to get overwhelmed and completely surrounded by Cobalt soldiers at this point. The one on top of the horse is going to take his attacks against. He's going to come on back. Jarlax. He's right next to you, Rosal. Is that where it was? Yeah. Both those hit.
You can do a Jarlax. You can like uncanny dodge and stuff, can you?
I believe so. Let me see what his reactions are. He's going to. I can do that as a legendary action. Wow.
Wow.
I'll do that at the end of his turn.
Wow.
Sunlight, tuner, legendary resistance, evasion. There it is. But no, it's only evasion, so no, he can't do uncanny damage. So that would be instead, though, damage-wise for
I'm the
him,
one behind him.
he does.
Yeah, I said wizard. You're gonna teleport behind.
Oh
And then
boy.
maybe I'll down here.
26 points of damage to him. And then the D psychic damage, reduces health by 4. It's fucking consistent, if nothing else. And Jarlax is down. As he comes back over, he stabs into Jarlax, and you see him and take out another. And then he comes down and crosses across his chest, and Jarlax falls to the ground. You hear Sylvia shout toward him. And you can hear cheers start coming out from all the kobolds that are around.
So you think.
All right. That is that turn. Arrows. I'm going to say everybody make a dex saving throw as a volley of arrows is just hitting the entire front side of the north right now.
5.
16. Or 18, actually.
13.
4 points of piercing. What did you
14.
have? 14.
16.
16. 14, you take 4 points. What,
18.
18, you save. What did Ari get? That's not low for Ari.
13.
Oh, you
It
take
was low.
4 points.
What's a 16 do?
Save. Nothing.
What do I take?
Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
okay.
Just
Neat.
for the arrows coming in, whether they're hitting your armor, catching you off guard, catching you in an unlucky place. Yeah, there you are. Okay. That ends that. Delphina, it's your turn.
Ha! Okay, so I am going to teleport.
Okay.
Zach knows where I'm going.
Dope.
Right there.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast 6th level Sunbeam. So what
That
that
sounds
does,
epic.
Let me see. He's going to try and counterspell it.
um,
Oh, boy. It's a natural 15 plus his casting modifier. It's going to put him up at a 20.
Yeah, that saves.
Oh,
The
no.
DC is 10 plus.
But,
12.
So it's-
wait, I'll give you, he has to be able to see you. So where are you?
She's behind the Goliath, and his vision is obscured by a horse.
Yeah.
And the Goliath and Mosno.
That's a disadvantage check to try and see that. That's a 2. So
Okay.
I'm going to say that goes off.
That's a 2.
alrighty.
All right.
So, yeah, so it's basically a line of light coming out of my hand.
Okay.
It's 5 feet wide and 60 feet long,
Nice.
and it goes through
Yep.
everything in the path.
Okay.
So I can get the Goliath, the guy on the horse, and the wizard.
Yeah. And there's tons of Cobalt soldiers behind that.
Exactly, and so I'm gonna get them all.
Nice.
There's a con save of 17,
Okay.
and they still take damage if they succeed.
Oh, did you pre-roll that?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, that was...
Fails. Goliath. Oh, what's Goliath actually? His modifiers. It's a con save?
Yes, so 17.
Nope. That's 14. The other 2 save. So the wizard
Can you
and
write this
Wait,
down?
mounted
The
officer.
I
Goliath
have to
failed?
use some dice.
He rolled a 5.
Ooh.
And you have 6.
He's
Oh, yeah, I thought it
blinded.
was 8.
Oh.
Is he?
I think that
The
moves
Goliath is
me.
blinded if he fails the sunbeam save.
13, 20, 24.
So he cannot see and automatically fails any ability check requiring sight. Attack rolls against him have advantage. Attack rolls from him have disadvantage.
What?
Until Belfina's next turn.
Okay. How much damage?
So, 32.
Radiant damage.
Radiant.
Yes.
Okay. How do you want to do this? For
Nice!
Goliath?
Ha!
Hey.
What?
I want him to just, like, not even, like, know that I'm there.
Mhm.
And just all of a sudden, I just, like, reach up. And this light just comes out of my hand. And goes, like, right through his stomach and, like, makes a hole. And then he just falls over.
Nice.
The topples and Mosnell just seeing this burst of light, and out standing there is Belfina with this determined look as the Goliath is defeated.
And then
Hell
I
yeah.
think I'm gonna turn to Mosnell and be like, I got your axe back for you.
She's had that for a while.
Nice work.
So, either of... If the wizard saves... Or
Yeah,
fails,
he did. He already
Oh,
saved.
he
He already
saved?
saved.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna
So
say if they
like
failed the blind.
16 is half damage.
Okay.
And then what about the guy on the horse?
He saved as well.
Of course you did.
Well, I mean, I told you it's 5, 19, 13, and their modifiers got him over
You
your
can still move
DC.
since you
17.
teleport. That's
Wow.
Well, and what
Did not
about
think the Goliath would go
the
down.
other guys?
Oh, they're fucking annihilated. Are you
Haha.
kidding me? You just cleared a 60-foot line of Cobalt bodies, but they only have like another 3,000 or 4,000 soldiers right now, so
You know.
they're not feeling it too much.
Okay. How many feet am I from like up here?
A long time.
No, can you just count the feet and tell me?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. About 100 feet from the shoreline, I'll say.
Okay. I think I'm gonna teleport.
You can't do that twice in one round.
Okay, that's fine. Next time.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Bonus action.
Yep.
Well, I'm just gonna stay there then, behind the dead body
I mean,
of the
You
Goliath.
still have their regular movement if you want.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
All right.
The
At
music has
this, I need everyone to roll a con saving throw as exhaustion is about to kick in from the fight, and you start to see a realization of this is not looking like a battle you can win. Even with the
18.
shortcomings. What's that?
18.
18.
15.
Does not save.
Oh.
1 point of exhaustion.
I got a point of exhaustion.
You say 18 does not?
18 does save.
Okay.
This is a hard check. You guys have been fighting for basically over an hour of nonstop combat. Sea, running from the sea onto the shoreline.
What are we doing?
Con saving throw.
I rolled a 7, so I failed.
1 point of exhaustion. Masno?
18.
18. You save.
Be a little more apathetic next time.
Well, I mean,
So
things are looking
the
good here.
the
Might be
portals you see in the distance too, you start to see like creatures flying out of them. Demonic looking winged creatures are slowly coming toward the shoreline at this
Not
point.
looking good.
Things are looking pretty rough right now. I would say where are we in that? That the giants right now, one of them is being pulled down by the Kraken as the other one's trying to take the Kraken out. The ships, it seems like Jaqualdin is making another movement change and he's taking out to another section. Yeah. I think that's gonna push it to the point where you're all getting surrounded. Do you have any interest in surrendering? Just putting that out there. Okay, just putting that out there. The Jarlax is down, and it looks like the casters are rushing toward him to try and heal him at this point.
I can get him up on my turn. I'm pretty high up in the initial order. I'm like right after him, so once we reach the bottom of the order, I can get him back up.
Yeah. I'd say at this point, you guys are going to be pretty overwhelmed. I don't know if normal combat can continue. Let me just think for a second.
I'm gonna. No. I don't think I can really get anything valuable here.
I'm going to say at the top of the order, Sylvia's going to crack a Revivify.
Oh, he was dead?
Yes.
Okay.
He was dead? What?
Yep. And you see Jarlax come back with a little bit of health. And as she rushed over to save him, he's gonna tell her, "What did I tell you? Focus on the other ones." As he starts getting back up to his feet, it's gonna be top of the order. Jarlax is going to try and retreat at this point. He's down. Let's see, Jarlax, he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Everyone's gonna be pushing back as as far as they can on their turn. At this point, you're still there. You guys are where you are. Another gauge throw is coming in from the east side, so you put him right smack down there, coming toward everybody. You're getting to the last line of defenses. People from atop the towers are still trying to volley their arrows at this point. Is there anything you guys want to... do you want to regroup with one another? Do you want to continue as is? Anything you want to say to one another? Strategize for a second? You're in another fallback right now.
Are there any giant points of interest that we could infiltrate to turn the tide in one way or another, or does it look completely helpless?
It looks extremely helpless at this point. It's just thousands and thousands of soldiers. You guys, what you did was already incredible, but realistically, I mean, it's over 250 ships manned with hundreds of soldiers. 6 people aren't going to make the difference.
All right, so this was doomed to failure, regardless of what we did. Very cool.
Do we have anywhere to go?
Back.
Is there like a line that sort of separates between our team and the guy with the horsemen and the other kobolds?
A line?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit. Sure, there's a front line. Sure.
I'm gonna reach back. I'm gonna drop a web right at that line,
Nice.
20 feet cube backwards, covering the man in the horse, and just yell, "Retreat! Retreat!" and start running.
Okay. Natural 20 on him, but he's still, stuck in it. Still comes out. But
Well, so it'd be the horse's strength check.
okay, still natural 20 on the horse then.
Oh, okay.
I just, I mean, that doesn't change the roll, but that's still fair.
And
No,
it's
roll it
difficult
again.
terrain.
No.
You were rolling for him. Roll for the horse.
Roll for the horse. Okay. As you guys pull back, there's some music. I don't know if intense music. As you guys pull back to the lines, Jarlax sees that you guys have a little bit of a break as they start breaking down where they're at. So they're basically like crumbling some of their line to create rubble so they can't easily push towards the castle. You guys are just before the castle at this point. And he's looking to each and every one of you. And coming back from the dead was a strange one. Some interesting folks in the afterlife there. More interesting folks here. I'm not interested in going back. So if you have any other tricks up your sleeve, now would be the time.
Nothing.
I'm gonna channel divinity.
Okay.
Do orders demand.
What is that?
Every single creature that I am opposed to within 30 feet of me must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So you're coming back out towards the line and then...
Yeah, pop in as many as I can.
Okay.
And then...
Where is he going?
He's going back toward the front line.
I'm gonna cast a death ward on him as he runs away.
That's a good idea.
Place a hand on the shoulder there.
Yep, as he goes by and Ulazal in serious starkness goes out and casts that. What is it?
Channel divinity, wisdom save, 17.
17. All right. The many Cobalt soldiers fail. The wizard's not even close to you at this point, nor is the general. But I did roll 119. That'll probably be just another soldier. Gaestro isn't in range, so he's not getting hit yet. He's trying to rip down a tower.
All of them who failed fall prone and are charmed by me.
Dope! I'd say it's about 25 soldiers.
Something.
Within those 30 feet, they're packed in. They're doing their shield tactics, where all the shields are together, spears over the top, and marching forward, pushing everyone back. You're hearing this with every step.
Can I do something?
Sure.
I'm going to take it one knee
Yeah.
and have my axe in front of me, and just kind of put my head against it.
Yep.
And I'm going to ask Wolfie for help.
What do you say?
What's his actual name?
The spirit of the forest.
Spirit, right. Spirit of the North or Spirit of the Forest?
Spirit of the forest, spirit of the north. He has
Okay.
many names.
Okay,
Wolfie.
so I'll say.
Wolfie to Brian.
Spirit of the Forest. We are in dire need of help. It looks like this might be the end. Any assistance would be fantastic.
What stat defines Mosnell the most, you think?
Stat?
Yeah, of the 5 major ones.
6.
All of them.
All of it. I'm between. Wait, Barbara, but I'm between strength or
You
constitution.
must choose.
Strength.
Is he strong or does he endure?
He's a hardy boy.
I would say constitution.
All right.
I think
Take-
he endures.
Take that modifier and roll a d20.
Okay.
Everyone gets plus 30 con.
So I rolled a 17,
Oh God, give it to us.
and my constitution modifier or the stat.
The modifier.
So okay, so that's a non-natural 20.
Okay. Nice.
Everyone gets plus 20 con. Fight on.
As you close your eyes and you stick the sword into the ground, you feel...
Axe.
Yes, your axe. I meant the axe. As it's down and you're saying this prayer, you feel warm winds pass over Mosnell. And as you open your eyes, next to you, you can see paws of ethereal wolf come up next to you. In your head, you hear, "Your cries for help do not fall on deaf ears. Mosnell, rise. The gods have heard your calls." And you see the spirit of the forest starts sprinting out, and you see, where those circles are. He starts going into the distance, and they start closing. The ones in the back.
Whoa.
You are now level 13. I need you to add heroic actions to your character.
What?
If you look for
Heroic
that,
actions.
you can now take once per short rest a heroic action. There is a table
Okay.
in there that has all the stuff that goes along with it.
Is
Man.
that just him?
Just him.
Okay. Level 13.
That's just Mosnell right now. You are now level 13.
Okay.
And as that hits, from behind you start seeing over the walls all sorts of animals, bears, wolves,
Nice.
start flooding the
Heroic
field
action.
a bit, but it's still nothing in comparison.
Where do you find heroic actions?
Wherever you find Timor's,
So that's an item.
yeah, it's an item. It's an item.
Okay.
So
okay.
go to your items and type in hero. I think I put it as hero.
Okay,
Just
I'll
type in
do
hero and you should be able to find it.
hero.
Yeah, it's a heroic. It's an
Heroic
item.
action. There it is.
There you go.
Okay.
He's a
Whoa.
hero.
Okay. Once per day.
Instantly win.
No.
It's not on the table. Fuck.
As you guys see Mosnell do this, any of you want to do anything?
I had a few
Sure.
things I wanted to do before.
Yes, please then.
So, the way that Sunbeam works is
Yeah.
like I can keep making beams for
Yes.
as many of my next turns as I want.
Hell yeah.
As additional actions.
Fuck yeah.
So I wanted to teleport up on top of the gate thing
Sure.
and
Go
then
ahead and
make
move it.
another beam.
All right. You're going to be teleporting in and out real quick. Rick and Morty adventure. Because there's
Oh yeah.
hundreds of those soldiers all there. But if you boop, boop, you're all right. And teleport doesn't break concentration or anything, right?
It's a do
Yeah.
think she has.
Well, one spell.
Whoa.
They're different spells. They're not same concentration spells. Okay, so go ahead and roll that and start as some people are losing hope. Belfina is still
Just toasting dudes.
going. She is not cracking. She is fighting the good fight.
Sames.
Oh, she's rolling. She's rolling.
They aren't great.
Okay.
That's still okay.
Some are saving this time, but that just means half damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of them are saving this time, but that's how the dice roll.
So 10. So 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage.
Yeah,
All right.
for everyone in that line again. That same line I want to do.
It's like every third is just being turned, light beams going through their armors, causing a circle. Some just trying to take it, not understanding how to deflect it, trying to use their shields, even so they're still getting roasted inside. You do significant damage. You probably take out another 10 of them.
All right, and then. So when I teleport away,
Make sure you're keeping track of all your spells too.
You can only teleport once per turn.
oh,
No, but because
okay.
we're in narrative combat right now, because it wouldn't make sense. If we were in turn-by-turn combat, it'd be like, all right, let's have 2,000 Cobalt Wolves attack you. That'll be a lot of fun. That
All
seems
right,
like the best day ever.
Cobalt number 567.
So the goal is to like get to a place where I can just like do a beam down
Cut
the
the
beach.
line?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like just keep doing that. And so I'm trying
If
to
you
figure
go
out,
further down, you're gonna get caught by kobolds.
yeah,
There's
and
tons
so
of
that's
them.
what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah,
Clearly, so
yeah, I wouldn't do that then.
okay. Then yeah, I'll just go back behind wherever that.
Sure, you guys are
Where
all
is-
like behind the fountain right now, and imagine a whole line, sort of like Game of Thrones season 8, where they just did the trench and they shot the fire across. But it's rubble, and they just did that, getting across, trying to create a barrier. Awesome. Still keeping up the fight, keeping up some morale is going on. Great. Bellona, you want to do anything?
Yeah.
What do you?
I'm gonna take out my water skin,
Yep.
inspired by my comrades and compatriots there.
Okay.
Just like how when you clean your face after like a day,
Yes.
just sort of like splashing it for a little what's the word I'm looking for?
Cleanliness.
Clarity. And
Yep.
taking the necklace that I have that has a dagger on it, just sort of like holding that close and actually even slicing the inside of my hand and just kind of kneeling in prayer with an arrow in hand and just saying, Mugdis, I don't want this hunt to end. Please let it continue.
Okay. Give me a roll and use the modifier that defines your character.
Schwisdom.
Ooh.
I can't see what that is. That is why does it do this to me? Ooh, that's a 15 plus 3, 18.
Pretty good.
It's okay.
You start to hear inside you, as it was pulsing earlier, a chant inside your head as you're saying this prayer. And with that, you hear, "Do you hear the hum? Well, do you recognize it? The call of the hunt, Bellona. Your hunting trail should not end here. What to do when the prey becomes the hunted? What to do when the prey becomes the hunter? What to do? Does it matter the means in which one force becomes the predator or the prey? No. The hunt cares little of the how. There is only predator and prey on the hunt. Are you predator or prey, Bellona?
Predator?
Then why do you cower? Why do you defend? You attack. 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 Look
Neat.
for your instrument of war. See your prey, strike them down, for your hunt begins.
Oh yeah.
As you hear this chanting,
Killing shit.
Bologna,
Hmm.
the water seems to almost be guiding towards you, and you can see this, like, out of the barrels in front of you, or the fountain rather, it starts moving forward, like bubbles start forming one after the other, forming straight towards, like, the horizon where you see all these ships coming towards and all the thousands of soldiers. You can see Bologna shooting a sunbeam and then teleporting away as you hear this. And as you walk your hand naturally, it's just hands are out. You pick up a javelin in your hand. I want you to make a ranged attack.
Natural.
Any modifiers or
What's that?
just any modifiers or
Yes,
anything
with your
like
wisdom modifier.
that? 13 or 14.
14. All right.
Yep.
Now roll a percentage die.
Okay. Trying to see if I have an actual. I do have one of those laying around.
Masno, as the spirit of the forest is sprung out, Bologna's going about
83%.
going side to side. Oh boy.
I don't know if that's good or not, but that's.
And as you back up, you see Bologna in the zone pick up this spear. She pulls it back, this javelin, and as she tosses it forward, the javelin is just traveling over the tops of everyone. It looks like she's shooting for the shoreline. And as the javelin travels out from the sky, a lightning strike hits the javelin, and everyone gets a shockwave as the sound barrier breaks, and it shoots out, and you just feel this on the rise, and you all feel a little bit of a sonic shot. And as it's traveling forward, there's just this riptide of water about 80 feet tall, just pushing forward and just cutting in half the Cobalt front, and you start seeing the ships. They just start going one after the other, breaking and breaking and breaking, just cutting through the middle. Of which
Oh
one.
my god!
And you see it, and then with that, you see one of the storm giants that was grappling with the Kraken. A bit of the Kraken's exposed in the water that gets shown, and it causes the Kraken to lose its grapple and zip off. And you see the storm giant freed now, and those two are back to their senses. What?
I do a thing.
Ulazal, Masno, Tyrion, no, Harry. You hear a whisper. There's my little stars.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you test your luck? You see the fountain. The water fountain is glowing.
I go to the fountain.
Basic
Drink the water.
The three of you come up to the fountain, and in your hands, each of you see a coin of Timora.
Flip it in.
All right.
Cheers, boys.
I would like you guys to each of you roll a d10 together. D10. Yep.
Okay.
30.
Not you.
9.
1.
8.
18. Why'd you roll a 1? Yeah.
Classic.
Maybe one's
Such fools
better.
all
Maybe
behavior.
one's better.
I don't know. I'm just fucking.
I don't know what's
You
going
guys
on.
flip the coins into the pool, and you see the pool start to bubble and rise a little bit and sink down. And then you hear this whistle, this little. And across the sky, you start to see shooting stars from behind you, curving, and they start just impacting the ships and just you're just going through, and with those rolls I mean, you're seeing tens of ships just being sunk as these
Let's
shooting
go.
stars just start laying into all this. You see those portals that were opened up that the Spirit of the Forest is closing. These princes of the hells are very, very upset to see what's going on. They're trying to push back against the Spirit of the Forest right now, but there is a very obvious holy struggle going on right now between forces greater than we know. Or actually, forces you're very familiar with, to be fair. Anybody else?
I think to this, I think Timor silently, but I say to myself, I need more. I take out the dark coin and I focus on it. And I said, you've turned the tide for us before. I don't know who you are, but you haven't hurt me now. Help us in this moment.
I need you to roll a d20 and add the modifier that defines you. Bellona, you leveled up to 13.
Hey!
Now I can kill shit.
And you get a heroic action.
I'm
I'm
gonna
using-
run out
action.
and
Whoa.
I'm using my
Do it,
dexterity.
Go ahead and roll.
Really?
And
Surprising.
Shocking.
that is a 22.
Nice. All right. You hear. You seek power. I can help you again, but everything has a cost. I will lend you my power for your deepest desires. To know my power, you must give yourself to the pathways. Will you walk as an instrument of the paths?
I need to destroy Esca. Yes, I will.
The pact is forged.
What?
See through new horizons. Strike destruction into your enemies' hearts. Reach out with your mind. See the ships in front of you. And use my power.
I'll go to the opening. And I'll focus on the ships and I'll focus on that general.
Okay, roll a percentage die.
Let's go with my prize.
I gotta make con saves.
Okay.
I gotta ask a weird question.
Sure.
Can I use my Timor reroll for my percentage roll here?
For your percentage roll?
Yes.
I mean, sure. Gods are involved right now. How much damage?
35.
20.
Oof. You're killing a lot.
I know, I did better this time.
Yeah, that's like another. How? It's 30 feet?
60 feet.
60 feet. That's like 50 dudes.
Yeah.
You are clearing a pathway of destruction right now.
This is a fantastic image.
Yeah.
Wow.
Her
Bellona
kill
is just
counts.
this sunbeam just blowing through these as each of these incredible acts are going on right now.
What about the horseman and the other guy?
Are you still attacking the horseman and the other guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want him dead.
I'm pretty sure the mage is fucking dead. But the horseman is not dead yet.
Yes!
Is he looking
Counter
rough?
spells,
There-
idiot.
There's way more mages. There's way more
From that
magic.
guy.
Okay. There's-
That guy. Screw that guy in particular.
I rolled
Yeah.
a 21.
21. Okay. So, as you're still going off with all those, you focus and you feel the power coming through you. And you think upon what he said about the pathways, and you start trying to think of all these markings as potential pathways. And as you close your mind, it starts to go blank. You start to feel this warmth, and in your mind, you just look toward the ships, and then you snap in a familiar way to what Ulazal and Mosnell saw.
Do not like.
You see the ships on the horizon. A purple and black flame erupts on those decks.
Oh man.
And you see it start on the left side, and think of it just like the reverse of all the Dothraki, all their lights going out.
It's like the
It just
opposite.
starts lighting up
man.
all the ships.
Oh, man.
Just start burning in front of all of you. Ship after ship just on fire. And as you start seeing the ships crackle under the fire, it's sitting on top of the water. So the fire's not even being put out as the ships are going down of this purple and black fire. As you just see this fleet starting to become absolutely decimated.
Nice.
You are now level 13.
Hey.
And you have
Heroic
heroic
action.
actions.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should
I was so preoccupied with just leveling up.
Yeah, right through it. I got a second brutal critical die, so that'll be fun.
I just
I
got
did a
more
single
spell
brutal
slots.
critical against you guys with the Goliath. I'm just depressed.
Because we murdered him!
You did. The fleet looks devastated at this point. Animals are flooding through. There's still plenty of warriors. The Kraken and the pirate ship is still out there. They're the ghost ship, rather. But it is looking... Tides have turned.
Turns of tide.
Excellent. The power of gods.
Well,
saved us.
How the turntables.
I'm going to beseech Tyr once more.
All right, go ahead and roll a die plus what defines you.
Okay, that's gonna be wisdom.
I'm gonna do it for the god of the forest.
Yep, that's Crutilla.
Cthulhu?
Crutula.
Because I'm a druid. That's probably who I would worship.
That is a 18 total.
18, okay?
So I got a 13, and it's probably wisdom for me.
Yep.
So it's an 18.
Okay, nice 18
A lot of
buddies.
wisdom.
It's because we're married.
Damn.
As you
That hero action.
sit down and start praying to Tyr, you hear the scales have been tipped improperly. The Cobalt Wolves have messed with greater forces that should not disrupt the balance of the universe. But instead, they do. It's time to rebalance the scales. And with that, you feel yourself walk out, and your hands, all these like little balls of light come out. They're all traveling up into the air, and they start going into allies. And you find a mass healing word on a level unprecedented in any recorded history. As Ulazal starts putting all this life back into all these fallen northern soldiers on the battlefield, they start coming back to life. All the ones that have been cut down and fought.
What?
These gifts from Tyr start to rebalance the battlefield.
Did I just cast a 10th level spell?
You see, like, just his eyes are glowing. He's casting this white, and as the storm is there's just like this eye of just a ray of light over Ulazal right now. He's casting the light of Tyr as he's saving northern allies. Belfina, you hear the answer of one of the four original, the great four gods of this world. Crutilla answers you, and she says, shape the waves. Feel the land around you. I need you to roll a percentage die.
Okay.
You got one.
I actually
Kill everything.
51.
Take that one instead.
That's cheating.
Harnessing the powers in which you have been using all throughout the evening or throughout the day, you feel the ocean calling to you. You feel the forces of nature reaching out. And with that, you see this massive tidal wave start building and building. And you're just focusing on it and focusing on it. And it just collapses down onto all the ships. At this point, Jaqualdin definitely coordinated the fuck away
See you later, guys.
as it comes down and crushes onto remaining ships. The fire still burning through, the black and purple fire through the wave, not going out or being extinguished.
Oh boy.
And as that crushes down, there is but 4 ships left of the Cobalt fleet.
Wow. Oh,
We're the
man.
best. Wow.
We're so good.
You can see the soldiers on the beachfront, awestruck, shocked, unsure of what to do and what to move.
I'm gonna look at Lax. I'm gonna say, "You still don't believe in gods?"
No.
Nah.
Correct.
Now, to be fair, he said he didn't believe gods gave a fuck. Not that they didn't exist. As he's seeing all this, and you see all these people, like the Cobalt soldiers, they start surrendering on the beachfront right now.
Whoa.
You start seeing them toss down their swords as the one that's on top of the horse right now starts cussing them out and says, "Fight! Stay and fight!" As they start tossing him down, the Giestro still fighting around with people. He's not stopping whatsoever.
No.
Still got a few banishments up my sleeve.
But you hear a bunch of people around you, a lot of the northern folk and northern fighters, and even some of the kobolds. They're murmuring, looking to all of you, and they keep saying this word like, chosen. They seem to be chosen.
Oh yes.
They're chosen. And you keep
We're special.
hearing that as we end today's session.
Hooray!
Yeah.
They're still cracking.
I mean,
It's just a crack.
there are two storm giants. They got it.
Yeah, they got this.
Did we level?
And we're
Yes,
special.
both you leveled up. You're both 13, and you both have heroic actions now available to you.
Heroic action.
Now we can kill it
Those
with
are on
heroic
tables.
power.
I'll be real annoyed if one of you roll 1%. This was the whole point was to introduce what happens if you roll a 1%.
Yeah.